Nope, not yet. At least not on my side. I'll reload.
Daka daka.
Offline live. No, still hosting Skipford.
Live from New York.
Who is playing Heavy Rain, it looks like? I don't know what he's playing.
I think it's Detroit.
Oh, okay.
It's
Well, same
Detroit,
thing.
but
David
I
Cage.
still show me live on my screen. Like I
David
made my own
Cage.
Twitch and I'm there. I'm live.
Yeah,
David Cage is a golden god.
I mean, golden god of lies and deceit.
Try reloading because
Oh,
I'm
man,
live.
dude, I love David Cage. Are you kidding me? Dude's a genius.
Oh, no. Now we're not live.
You know, they say that
What
about
do
a
you mean
lot of
now
people.
we're not live?
Now we're live.
It was live on my end, and now it's back to hosting.
Well, now it's live
You're
on my
not
side.
live.
Good lord, we're live, right, chat?
Live from Barovia.
Okay, we're back.
Well, undead from
Featuring
Barovia.
Strahd.
We're live. We're alive.
Both things.
Musical guests. Lady Voctor.
Oh, Lady Voctor. All right, we're live.
Live.
I can begin.
Recap time. Last time, brought to you.
He's getting carried away.
But now it's making me think of like Law and Order. Like these are their stories. Dun dun.
Dun dun dun. All right, I have like 2 pages of notes from last session, so only half of them do you guys actually get to hear about because it's a lot of them is background noise. So the party started at the entrance to this grand library inside of the Amber Temple. Skirp was leading the way after having found the secret entrance to the place using his Skirp radar, which has been pulling him here steadily over the course of the last month or so. As he walks in, he looks up and just sees these massive bookcases on each wall that just go up and disappear into the darkness for seemingly forever. Floki actually used his spider climb to just start scurrying up at rogue cat speed, and climbed for several minutes and never managed to find a top. While the rest of the party was down below, Skirp was looking for the exact object of his pull, while Gideon was playing with these weird floating lanterns that were in there. And I just dropped, didn't I? No? Maybe?
Nope.
Hello?
Nope.
Ah,
I can hear
We
you.
lost.
what's going on? Okay.
Killed it first.
I just
crashed out
heard it
for a
go
second, sorry.
"Badunk," and I was like, wait a minute, was that me or is that somebody else?
Sorry.
After some time in here, Skirp decided he was going to start burning books, and in doing so, managed to alert the keeper of the library. This skeleton-esque figure in red robes came from a hidden wall panel and approached the party. And he was non-hostile. He put out the fire without saying anything, and was like, "Oh, hey, there's people here. What can I do for you?" And then proceeded to be kind of a tour guide of sorts for both the library area and other areas of the temple. During this time, Skirp managed to find this large book that had the representation of his holy symbol, which is a book with that's on fire on it. And in flipping through it, he had these very kid-like crayon drawings of the party's journey from Skirp's perspective up to that point. The pages seem to end in the middle of the book with the imagery of Skirp going up to the bookcase and pulling off this massive tome. Other things that happened where various scrolls were found in here. Gideon also found a book entitled "Where Wolves Are," a treatise on the werewolf movements in Barovia, which he took some notes from. Yeah, I'll get to the explodey bit in the recap. So as this keeper is discussing things with the party, Skirp asked him if he could, maybe put the more devious tomes up a little bit higher out of reach, since it seemed like maybe trying to destroy them in front of the keeper wasn't such a good idea. And he complied and didn't have a problem with it at all, actually. And while this is happening, Tally and him, the keeper, went down this staircase in the back of the room, and there were 3 more sarcophagi, much larger sarcophagi, as well as some crates, which the keeper identified as having vampire spawn in. And Skirp has arrived.
All right.
We're just recapping.
Sorry for the wait.
So, in wanting to have nothing to do with that, Tally came back upstairs, and it's just kind of like, oh yeah, there's stuff down there. Don't worry about it. Which led eventually to Gideon going down there, along with the keeper and Floki. Gideon himself actually took one of the gifts that was down here.
Oh yeah.
Which was, I have it in here, Zudun, the corpse star. While upstairs, Skirp and Tally were sorting books. Tally managed to find this tome called The Incantations of H, which was later identified to also be an enduring spellbook, which is a magical item of sorts. While the rest of the party was down there, Floki asked the keeper what the other things were, the other sarcophagi. He told them that one of them was the gift that he himself took, kind of alluding to the fact that he got his power from this specific one, and that the other one was the dark gift that Strahd himself had taken many centuries ago. Floki actually didn't take any of these because of they didn't offer direct power per se. It offered more like ritualistic power. So there'd have to be it wasn't immediate. There would have to be this long kind of progression of things to happen. In addition to being told that the power that the keeper took was unavailable to him for kind of meta class related reasons that we won't get into because that stuff. Eventually, the party decided they're going to take a short rest and then leave, and asked the Lich if they would lead them to the entrance. Gideon wanted to make good on his previous deal with Villainous, the kind of cowardly student, former apprentice that they had found locked in a room. So he split off, went and grabbed him, and brought him back to the hall where everybody was waiting. Tally really wanted to leave, but Floki wanted to continue exploring, and the keeper wasn't, going to stop you guys from doing that at all. Now, eventually, the plan here was to take Villainous to the library, which was to be kind of payment. Instead of a single book, he was going to present to him an entire set of books. He then noted the staff on Floki's back and started a confrontation of sorts about it. Skirp at this point tricked Villainous into kind of appearing to be hostile towards the keeper, and the keeper kind of began approaching him, and Villainous, being the coward that he was, tried to run deeper into the temple, not knowing what he was running into, and ran into the banquet hall, which was full of specters. Screaming proceeded, and Villainous was not seen again. Gideon, however, did get his necklace, so there's that.
Thing's worth like 2,000 gold. At least that's what I remember.
It was worth, 2,000 gold, I think I said.
Yeah, that was what I
Sorry.
appraised it at when I searched him.
Yeah. And again, chat, sorry, I'm DM's getting over a cold and stuff, so I'm trying to not cough in a microphone when I can help it. So I apologize if I blew out your eardrums.
We're fine so far.
The party reformed, and Tally was very much against this, but Skirp didn't want to leave Floki kind of to his own devices, so it seemed like it was a better idea to move in force, in a babysitting capacity or just safety in numbers. So they moved on and continued making their way around the various sarcophagi, to which the keeper identified that there were 11 more that the party had not found yet.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
In all, Floki ended up taking 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 more. The others were either of dubious meaning or just kind of evasive with their power sets, so they didn't seem interesting to him at all. In moving around here, the party opened this door and discovered a massive golem sitting, and in kind of going, oh crap, reacting to it, Gideon jumped backwards and the thing reacted. They're like, okay, that was weird. Let's leave, and continued on their way. That leaves us to one of the final sarcophagi that Floki took, which was the Grave Worm, which was not Tarchimedes. No, it was Tarchimedes the Grave Worm. Upon taking it, basically part of his back burst out, which is why he's currently at 4 hit points, and he sprouted these bone wings. Think like a Dracolich, how they have wings that don't really have anything between them, like membrane between them. They're just bones, much like that. He dropped to the ground. Everybody's like, hey, Floki's been gone for kind of a long time, hasn't he? Because he was laying on the ground unconscious.
Dying.
Yeah, dying. Just in the nick of time, Skirp walked in and went, oh crap, he's dying. Healed him up to 4. And he came out with Skirp together. In that time, Gideon retracted in horror, like, whoa, what happened? And as he kind of jumped back to get away from Floki, the golem burst through the wall in the room that he was in and interposed himself between Gideon and Floki and moved to actually smash Floki into the ground until Gideon was like, no, wait. Realizing that he now controlled this thing for some reason. That reason being the necklace that now had a slight vibration to it in proximity to the golem. Floki also noted that with his new wings came a hunger. He couldn't quite figure out what it was for at first. He tried some chill rations and just felt really, really sick. And then he got near the keeper, who, as I mentioned previously, was skeletal. And this skeletal person smelled like a very, very delectable pot roast. And so the keeper, kind of figuring out that something has gone wrong, as this weird abomination looking thing is trying to take a bite out of him. It's like, no, it's time for you guys to leave now.
You really can't take a bite out of him, though. He didn't have any teeth. Doesn't have any teeth.
I mean, you could have gummed him, but
gummed him style.
I attempted to. Yeah. Leading them back to the entrance, the keeper identified himself as Xanther, having had his memory somewhat, I guess, stimulated from having such conversation and something to do after the centuries. Upon leaving, the party took inventory of the scrolls that they got. Skirp kind of decided that the scrolls of Create Dead and False Life were the most heinous, and decided to destroy them. And in doing so, he threw them into the air and sliced them up, and they actually turned into bats in midair and flew off into the night. At this point is when Tally kind of, in no uncertain words, told Floki, like, listen, man, you're on watch. You're doing some real shady stuff. We don't understand the powers that you have. I don't think, he doesn't understand the powers that he has. you need to, be careful with what you're doing. Floki was like, well, it's fine. This is power. We're going to use this to get out of Barovia. Don't worry about it so much. And Tally didn't really like that, and summoned a bit of fire and like, listen, if this happens, this is going to happen. Well, thanks to one of Floki's new personality traits, he is now deathly afraid of fire, and figured out that his bone wings actually work, as he kind of flew up really quickly to get away from this sudden burst of flame. And that is effectively where we left off last session. And Floki is still starving. He gnawed on a skeletal hand that was in Skirp's backpack a little bit, but otherwise...
Not the free hand, I hope.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
No, that's invisible.
Or the invisible hand, excuse me.
The free market.
The free market
right.
is invisible.
The free
To
market's
you guys.
invisible, and the hand is...
Indeed. Skirp, are you in roll 20, or am I thing?
Oh,
I don't see
I guess
him.
Okay.
I'm not.
Hang
on.
I just noticed because the plates on the stream were behind.
Oh, that's. I wasn't even thinking about that. One moment.
You
Oh,
monster.
While that's happening, real quick,
Yes.
just kind of point of order. So from level ups, we probably have new HP maximums.
Yes, and the
forget,
party
do we-
leveled up.
Do we heal at level
Not
up? or do
until
we
you get a
just
long
max?
rest.
Okay,
You just get max.
gotcha.
You get spell slots, but they are not filled. Everything
Oh.
you get, stuff like
Right.
that.
You get nothing.
Can
Yeah,
I get new
you
HP
get
totals?
the ability, but not until you actually do that. What was that, Seb?
Can I get new HP totals for stream?
Yeah, sound off, guys.
Tally's at 52 max, 44 currently.
Oh crap!
I
I
think.
don't think I updated my HP.
That's what it says.
Ah, Skirp is so good. It's
I know.
so good.
Skirp is at 57 out of 67.
Okay, hold on just a moment. I'm gonna figure
No
out mine,
problem.
and then I'll let you know.
And once we finish this, it's a good opportunity to show off.
I agree.
I'm gonna make that big for everybody right now because I like it.
Which reminds me, I have to do something.
I'm getting 6 plus my con mod, and my con mod is a number.
This Skirp's new token, guys. Oh my gosh.
I just have to click that and glad and that. Okay, my con is 2, so I should be getting 8 more HP, so a max of 60.
Right. Stream updated.
Skirp, is that like official art?
So that's the thing. I've never done this before, but I am really enjoying this character, and for the first time in forever, I have money. So I saw an artist on Reddit posting character art that he'd done, and I commissioned some Skirp art.
Nice.
And I am.
I want to see a full size.
It's coming up. It is.
That's gonna be like a treat.
Bam.
Bammed it. Can I show stream?
Nice.
Yeah.
That's very
Open-
good.
You can open original to get that full size.
Yeah.
Ooh, she's so good.
Can I
Man,
show
that
stream?
Here.
guy killed it. Like I described it to him
Skirp?
about
Can I
how he's
show
got
stream?
piecemeal armor and he's really trying to be a paladin. And I honestly, like, I couldn't even draw a good picture of what the shield was supposed to look like. Like, I could vaguely sketch it. And I just sort of described my ideas, and we went back and forth a little bit, and that's it.
That's awesome.
Dead on the money.
Yeah, it turned out magnificently.
So, the guy's username, I think he uses it for all social media, including Reddit, is stamped on there. Jared draws Jared, and it's $35, like half up front, half at the end. Took about a month.
That's pretty awesome.
I feel like that's not even that
completely-
bad.
Jelly.
God.
Thir-
I've
35
spent
seems good.
stupider $35 than that. Like,
Yeah, me too. Like,
so
not even.
if you if you ever have a character you want immortalized, I would definitely. If you like this style, on his Reddit profile, he's got a couple pictures of humanoids, which I wasn't a huge fan of. They're pretty good, but it wasn't what I was looking for. But his kobold art is what sold me. And it's like, if he does kobolds that well, I got to see what he does for goblin, and I'm into it. Like,
Oh, you're right. His kobolds are very good.
right, especially well, I can't remember what there were
Oh,
two
this
of them
little
back
rat
to
dude,
back.
the Mousefolk Paladin.
Yeah, the Mousefolk Paladin is super good.
Fuck.
He put that out after I commissioned it, and I was so happy. Like,
I'm probably-
it's really confirmed.
I think I agree with you. I don't think I'm going to commission a human character, but I think I'm going to have to roll a kobold somewhere.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he kind of rounded him off and you know, thickened him up just a little bit, but not in a way that looks dumb. And yeah. So
Sick.
Anyway, awesome.
Yes.
That's really awesome.
I'm super happy about the whole thing. And I hate to say it, but my camera's going to be gone for a while in favor of the coolest avatar.
I think that's probably okay.
Yeah.
We will live with that.
All right. I'm pumped.
All right.
Shall we?
I think
shall.
so. What's the plan? Are we returning to Valaki?
What time is it? How does the sun look? Is it daytime yet?
Great questions, all.
The sun actually looks like it's pretty like close to noon
Ooh,
thereabouts. So you guys probably got a fair bit of travel time if you wish to use that.
I am all in favor of getting the hell out of here.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on board with that. We're at that little cave entrance, just to the left of the word mount, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but perhaps we should go talk to Von Richten.
It's
Oh,
on
I'll
the
play that
way,
game.
yeah?
Yeah.
This
sounds
feel
good.
like it's time to touch base and see.
Before we go super far, because this won't take more than a minute or so, I think that it might be a good idea to try and use our new remove curse scroll to try and remove some of the curses some of us might have picked up in that temple. You know, just
You know,
Just saying.
putting it out there. What are people's feelings about this?
It's worth a shot, but
I wouldn't know how to use one of those things.
I think I could make it work. And I wouldn't normally do this, but it seems kind of benign. Like, weighing the two things against each other. Let's see. Yeah, it's divine magic, right?
it is.
It's not unnatural arcane magic.
Script,
Okay.
I've updated your token.
My hell yeah!
to
Is that
be
on
your
the
new
sheet?
art.
I gave you the invisible background, the transparent background one.
I did not grab that one. I just grabbed the one you used, but
Sure.
I can update it to the other one later.
Yeah.
It's just a quick grab so you can have your new art in place.
Sick. Okay. Yeah. I don't know that it's gonna work, and if it doesn't work, we'll have wasted the scroll. But how does everyone seems in favor of it still? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should take
I
any
don't-
shot we got, you know?
All right.
Are we,
Floki.
are we outside the temple?
Yes, we are.
Oh, then Floki's nowhere to be seen. He flew up and away.
Oh, yeah, he did, didn't he?
As soon as he can see daylight, yeah, he was gone. He was not having any of
Oh.
that fire. At 4 hit points and almost dead, he just kept on going.
I'm gonna start realizing this. Like, all right, Floki, come on. Oh, wait, he's gone.
And he's gone.
Hang
Well.
on, hang on. Let's let the dice decide here. Skirp.
What direction would you say that he have flown off to?
If I understand his cold resistance and stuff, probably the mountain area because it's cold. there.
Okay. So you would have flown off further into the
East.
Okay. I'm gonna catch myself before
sorry, Booster.
before hollering off. Jesus, Boo.
She's not pleased with something. I'm not sure what's going on.
I love your cat.
Do you want her? 'Cause some days.
I love talkative cats. They're my favorite.
The problem is if you talk to cats too much, they end up like this.
Yeah.
They think you understand them.
Yeah. All right. So
Uh,
you made a wisdom save.
Yeah, that was. I cut my hands around my mouth and then think better of it at the last moment. Maybe, screaming off into the mountainside is a bad idea.
Okay.
So I'm going to hold back and trust him to return at his, like in his own time.
At his leisure.
Yeah.
Perhaps after he has regained some hit points.
So, you guys, I guess we go on down the mountain.
I mean, if he can fly, he'll make much better time than us anyway. Yeah, why not?
Okay.
If he wants to catch up, he will.
Yeah.
Yes.
He'll. If he wants to go ahead of us, we can meet him probably in Valaki
Definitely
after.
proven to have the speed to keep up if need be.
That's right.
You guys just hear this angry meowing in the background. You can only assume it's Floki echoing off
Yeah.
the tops.
Loki being very upset somewhere.
Snowdrift.
Good job on the voice acting there, Blueberry. Jeez.
God damn it. Okay. We proceed down the mountain in the same way that we came up. Everyone on board with that?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
It's basically like cliffside, basically, right?
Yeah,
Otherwise?
and takes you back around through Solenka Pass, which is where the gatehouse and you guys fought the giant goat Sangzor at.
Yes. I'd like to check the goat if the corpse is still there. Did the barbarians make it here to eat any off of it as I instructed them to?
Good memory.
You find some what appears to be like an indentation and like blood spatter and whatnot, but let's just say that the barbarian peoples use every part of the buffalo and there's no sign of the remains.
Okay, that's good.
Or is it?
All right. Did we, reaching back into my memory, did we leave the way fairly clear in this stretch where the gargoyles were? To the best of our knowledge?
Yes, so the path
Never
itself wasn't
opened the
terribly
gate, though.
obstructed.
Right?
Yes,
We never opened the gate. We went up and over.
You guys went in up and over because it was surrounded by green flame and you could
Yes.
not pass.
The
Okay.
green flames. I'm not there.
In that case, I'm going to make sure that my sword is drawn and lit, but I think we just walk through kind of the guard outpost.
Come on, Skirp, you're always late. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. Up to the gate and see if there is any mechanism that we can see for disabling it.
Is it still on fire?
It is still on fire, still covered in green flame.
The fire is covered in green flame.
The gate is
Yes.
covered in green flame. The gate itself wasn't so much the problem as it was the wall of curtain of green flame that was
Okay.
blocking the path through. And that remains.
But no visible mechanism.
Mechanism-wise, yes, and it seems like it's accessible.
Good. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Hang on. I'm gonna check it out.
I would load that map, but it is a massive map, and last
Which
time I
is
did
this-
it, killed my computer.
Mm.
Dang it. I wish I had taken better notes. I feel like I remember us deciding to leave a rope up there for a quick escape. Like hanging.
You did.
Oh,
You did. Because you were worried about the rocks, which were the statues on top that you had to fight on the way over.
yes. Okay.
That
So that
sound
we,
like
we
you
do
could
have
pass.
a fairly reliable method to get back over the gate if we'd like.
Yes. The rope has, kind of stiffened in the cold, but otherwise it's good.
The top of the wall is pretty spiky, though. Did we encounter any? Did we have difficulty getting over it?
You guys had the rope set up in such a way that you could kind of circumvent the spikes.
Okay. I'm standing by my investigate roll to inspect the mechanism by which we might lower the gate.
You find that there's a catch block set, and it looks like it could be easily just flipped. Would probably unlock the mechanism.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
Because in my paladinhood so far, I have not yet had the opportunity to open a gate.
Wait,
Fair
didn't
enough.
you like
First time for
smite a
everyone.
gate open in Strahd's castle?
You did.
Okay.
He hasn't been able to open one with leaving it in the.
He hasn't
Well,
properly opened
Technically,
the
that
gate.
was an iron-bound wooden door.
I chalk that up to
Ah.
like kicking down a door, but opening a gate. Yeah, you always hear about that in stories. Somebody's like, "Open the gate." I've never done that, so
I,
Okay.
I tell Skirp in a commanding fashion, open the gate.
open the gate. I throw open the gate.
Prepare to open the gate.
The mechanism. I
All right. The mechanism swings like it, kind of like the slack comes off of it, and you see that the chains that are holding the gate up kind of release some of their tension, and so now you'd have to basically crank a nearby wheel up to get the gate to raise.
Is there such a nearby wheel?
There is.
I will crank that wheel.
All right.
Soldier boy.
Basically, no time passes. A minute or two, and this thing up, and you can reset the catch block to keep it in its upright position.
I do that.
Okay. The gate is open, and so that is no longer there, but the curtain of green flame remains.
Oh, it's a curtain. I thought it was going to be attached to the gate.
Nope. Basically, it just came up like straight through the flames, and so that line is still there, like a wall of fire.
Is it tall enough? How tall is this curtain? Is it all the way up to where the gate ends now?
Almost entirely. So the gate is like an archway,
Yeah.
and it's up to the point where the arch starts, like the actual, like the straight walls end and the arch curve part starts. But the flames kind of like lick the top of that archway, so it effectively covers the entire opening.
See, my problem is while the three of us could definitely get over the wall, my
Like that, exactly.
new Iron Giant probably can't climb a rope.
But your Iron Giant could probably just. Can you just knock? How big is this dude?
That's a good question. Let me look at Manuel here. I think he's 7 feet tall, 10 feet tall.
Can he
Big
just
man.
like bust his way through?
I'm going to cautiously move up to the curtain of fire and extend my hand towards it, feeling for heat.
Wow.
It is warm, and you also get the sense of green from it.
Oh, green.
Do you taste green or just?
It's not easy being green.
It's a general feeling of green,
Yeah.
which, yes, is uneasy.
Does it like?
Which,
make-
as a goblin, you are familiar with.
Yeah.
It's
make you feel
great.
it.
Mhm. Actually, for reference, Gideon, what should we call your new companion,
Oh.
friend, buddy?
I will think on this.
Okay.
You can call him Acorn.
Superman?
For Squirrel will come
Let me go
back
to-
for his acorn.
I was thinking moose, but
Yes.
That works too. Moose and squirrel, I like it.
I like where this is going.
Oh god, Lady Voctor has an opportunity here.
Yep.
I will fish out my 1 torches from my bag and put it into the flame.
Okay. It does not ignite it.
Ooh,
Hmm.
interesting.
Does it damage the torch in any way?
It appears to, yes. It blackens it.
Oh.
Okay.
The shield guardian is considered a large creature.
Can
So,
it fit through the gate?
Yes, it can fit through it because the gatehouse itself is 15 feet wide, 20 feet wide, the archway.
Okay.
And it's made of like stone or metal or
The archway is made of stone. The actual like
the
gate itself was
moose.
Oh, moose is made of, I don't know, some sort of adamantine nonsense.
Something that looks like crazy cool armor or something.
Yeah, he looks kind of like a giant set of full plate head legs.
Out of character, there's a part of me that just wants me to have Moose pick all of us up and like tuck and dive through. Kind of.
Honestly, if there had been enough room between like the top of the flames and the gate, I would have had him like push us
Just carry
through.
us.
You've got to toss me. You have to.
Yes.
Speaking of tossing things, this feels
Go
the
on.
ground on the other side is pretty like flat, right? It's a pretty normal roady thing.
Yeah, it's a little icy, but otherwise,
Very road-like.
Yeah.
I throw the book through
your book through.
my book. Yes.
Okay. It goes through, and just lands on the other side. It does the exact same thing last time you threw it, where it starts kind of flailing and then turns upright and just gently sets itself down on the ground.
Amazing.
It's one hell of a book.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to go up and over.
Ditto.
I'm going to do the same.
All right.
Okay.
How are you commanding your shield guardian to do such?
For now, I'm going to have him wait, and then I'm just going to have him come through the flames after we're through.
Okay.
Because I don't think the rope will hold.
Okay. A quick glance before I go over to see if I spot anything, that looks like I might turn off fire, but I don't expect that I do. So.
I don't expect that you do either.
Okay. Athletics, right?
Yes. It's like a DC 5 because you guys have a proper rope set up.
Oh, I could miss that. Got him. All right.
Oh boy.
Perfect. Up and over. Everyone good except the shield guardian?
Oh. I get disadvantage because I'm not
I can
wearing
climb a rope, Jesus.
Maybe not an icy rope.
There's flame right here.
Just thought I.
For icy.
Okay. Tally, do you need the guardian to carry you through?
Maybe.
Give you a boost.
Give me a.
Oh,
Somebody give me a box.
would that help?
Up. It's just jumping.
All right, then Gideon thinks very hard about the guardian helping Tally up over the wall. I don't know
Is
if
it
he's tall enough.
dangerous?
Yeah.
Give me
I don't know how
shot put.
literal he thinks. Yeah. He takes orders.
Gently now.
He takes your command and basically he goes down to a knee to kind of provide a footstep and then puts his hands out in front of him for another step.
Oh my god.
So
this
Tally
dude-
could just like go from his knee to his hands to his shoulder to his head.
I do it.
And so that gets you, I'll say that'll get you 10 feet up the rope without too much of a issue. And then if he were commanded to do something else, it might get you up higher, but I'm not going to tell you what. You can
Go
figure it
for
out on your own.
gadget extend.
I just
Oh.
want to perch on his shoulder like a cat or a parrot.
You say go gadget extend and he stands up, lifting Tally the rest of the way up so she can just basically grab like the, you'll have to climb like another like,
He's got like
6 feet up.
platform legs.
no, he just stood up the rest of the way.
Oh,
Because he
okay.
was kneeled.
Oh, right. This is excellent.
So make me one more roll. Really, really low DC. I just want watch you.
Can I not just like gently, like just casually walk off his
Failure.
shoulder onto the?
Nope, he's not that tall.
Oh, I thought he was Superman.
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Jesus.
That's all I
Uh-oh.
wanted.
If
That's
you
all I
add
wanted.
both of them together, it's a 5. That's how skill checks work, right? Oh god, wait! I should have casted guidance on myself. Oh no.
You slip, but his other hand comes up, kind of in reflex and catches you, so you stay where you are.
I am like having some like moral shakenings of like just from that whole temple and like my spat with Floki and seeing Floki fly off and just being like, what the fuck have I done? Like, what's going on? I hate this place. Barovia sucks, man.
True.
That is the general, consensus, I think, for the most part, is that Barovia sucks.
So Moose catches me and then
Yeah, and then eventually you will make your roll with application of guidance and get over. With
Have you
the golem there and rope, you eventually make it over without being a problem.
have you ever tried like getting like out of a pool or onto a boat, but like there's not a ladder and you have to like lift yourself, but you have nothing to propel yourself off of, so you're just like sadly like kind of crawling on your side, like trying to get over the edge. Anybody
Yeah.
else? No?
Yep,
Okay,
been
that's
there.
what's happening right here.
And like your shorts are all wet because they're heavy.
Yes.
And you're like, I just want to get up.
And you're just like, oh god, no, I'm dropping my shield. No.
All right. I will pull up the icy rope and stow it, and then pull out a new rope, my rope.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna heat this rope real quick.
That is not icy.
This
and
is
set
not
that
up to
on the way
standards.
down. I'm gonna have to leave it behind because we don't
This is
have
an OSHA violation.
Yeah.
we don't have
Somebody
Floki
could trip
here
on
to-
this.
We don't have Floki here to untie it, so I'm gonna have to leave this one behind.
Yep.
So basically, just swapping my rope.
Can't you
with
just
that
cut
one.
it?
Well, I guess cut it from the top.
It's a rope.
Yeah, but no, we're gonna have to climb down.
Oh, leave it behind on the other way? Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna roll anything for that.
Nah, that's not a big deal.
All right.
Hand wave that in this case.
And then once we're down, I'm gonna call the golem through.
All right, I'm gonna make you roll your own poison.
Okay.
Roll 60-10.
Ooh.
Wait, what?
He does not have immunity to fire.
Wow.
Ooh.
So he took 43 hit points worth of fire damage.
Oh my god. Is that all of his hit points?
No.
No.
And if I
Yes, he-
remember right, he repairs himself pretty fast.
He has regen 10,
Jeez.
so long as he has one hit point.
So that
Wow.
means in like 24
In
seconds.
Yeah, he gets that all back.
Jesus.
He walks through and there's like bits of fire kind of like clinging to like the joints in his armor and stuff, and it actually as it's stops, the fire like kind of like crawls almost like it's alive and coalesces and stops in his visor slot, and his visor slot is now lit up with these two permanently glowing green fiery eyes.
Uh oh. Okay.
Badass.
But otherwise he just comes up and takes his normal position just next to you.
Does he look angry?
He looks angry now that his eyes are like permanently green flame, but otherwise he's not doing anything menacing. He's just at his normal ready stance, standing next to Gideon.
Okay.
I'll use thaumaturgy to kind of make his eyes a little bit more appealing and less threatening for now.
Those big anime eyes?
Yeah.
Change them
Yes.
to change it to like blue flame instead of
Well,
green flame.
like
or
a soft like cyan,
God, I hope
kinda,
he
you know,
watched.
like or a robin's egg.
All right. Well, so Callie's playing with the dimmer switch in your column.
Big
Sure. Okay.
anime
Oh jeez.
eyes.
I look
Glad
forward
to
to this Photoshop.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta eat a maggot.
Yeah. Man, I gotta buy a license for that.
Seriously.
Anyway. Zeb, how would you like to roll some dice for me?
Sure.
Zap. He's not responding.
I said
Sad.
sure. I didn't realize I muted
Okay.
Discord. My apologies.
Yep, you muted Discord. Give me a D12 plus a D8.
Like, you want me to add them
and-
together or two different rolls?
Yeah, 1D12 plus 1D8 together. And do that 4 times, please.
Jeez.
And then multiply it by percentile.
Mm-hmm.
Take the derivative.
Wow, could you cluster those anymore? Okay, 10, 15 is good. 13 is good. 16 is good. Okay. You guys are moving along, heading north along the Slinka Pass Trail, which is, so it says T, and then following that trail up and around, and on your guys' map you should see where it says Slinka Pass by Slavich Woods. Moving northward, you find tucked off just to the side of the trail a familiar bundle of clothing.
I don't know
Skirp,
what you're talking about.
you're familiar with these because you just pulled like 15 of them out of your backpack.
I just got rid of that.
Actually, I think we said it was 20. 21
does
was the
feel
number that came
lighter.
to my mind, so I'm going to go with that. It's very similar to that. It's commoner's clothes, kind of like a plain shirt, trousers, a leather strap functioning as a belt. In addition to that, there are some black feathers kind of tucked inside.
I see no reason to mess with it.
Okay.
But maybe in Floki's honor, we should.
You'll attempt to sneak it into the goblin's backpack.
Yeah.
All right. I need a stealth and a sleight of hand then.
Oh, jeez.
I cast guidance twice.
Oh,
Just
my.
want to say, I gave this a suspicious inspection already. So
As soon as you turn away.
His passive is like 10, so you make it. Your passive perception is like 10, isn't it? Or it's 11?
That's about right.
Yeah, so you get those in there, and as usual, have Tally and Gideon have both seen this in the past. Sneaks up, opens the flap on his backpack, and kind of like starts putting this thing in, and some invisible force grabs the bundle and pulls it in.
Your backpack likes.
You just have to keep the backpack fed. If the backpack doesn't get fed, just imagine what happens.
I like the idea that the invisible hand is actually just trying to keep the backpack happy, and we haven't met the entity that is the backpack yet.
Oh, jeez. Barovia is terrifying.
Oh man, you guys have no idea.
Where did we get this backpack?
All right. The mysterious bundle being dealt with, you guys continue your way along the trail and find a corpse. Just this is not an unfamiliar sight to you guys. You've found many in various states of disrepair, we shall say, along the way. This one looks like it's been here a while. It's not just kind of rotting, sitting with its back up against a tree.
Anything remarkable about it, or any like insignias or anything?
Nope.
noteworthy?
It looks like it was just wearing common clothes. There are no wounds apparent that you can tell. It's not bound to the tree or anything. It just looks like it was sitting up against the tree.
Gotcha.
Like on the ground with its back leaned up against the tree.
I make preparations to funeral pyre it.
Okay.
And then do so, unless somebody has something they want to do.
Not unless any of you guys are good at questioning corpses.
That is a great question.
I was
I'm out of
I
spells.
can.
joking. That's not. Is that a thing you can do?
It is a thing I can do. but I've only got one more spell slot, level 3 spell slot left. So
Let's save it then.
All right.
so
You're
I
basically
say,
just performing last rites.
yeah, I say a quick prayer to Selune and set the corpse ablaze to hopefully turn it to ash and not let it be used for anything nasty.
Okay.
Can you guys still hear me? Stream's about to go down.
Yeah, I just saw it. Mine just went circle, circle, circle. But
Circle, circle, dot, dot.
All right, should be back. Sorry about that.
okay, I think we're good. I can hear you. So, all right. A very, very like a couple of minutes after this, you hear this caw, like a raven's cry, and you look overhead and you see that there's a single raven following you guys, kind of just way up in the sky, but you can make out these, black wingspan. It looks like it's just kind of just alighting, kind of coasting around. Every once in a while, it'll get a little bit ahead of you, circle a couple times until you guys catch up, and then it'll just keep pace with you.
I knew it.
For the time, nothing changes with it. It just kind of stays ahead above you guys. That is until up ahead you guys make out, just as you enter the woods, there's kind of this open path. It's all mountainous, and then you guys are just about to enter kind of this wooded area again. And 3 wolves come out into the path, and kind of their heck will stand up on end and they're growling, except that this raven drops like a dart out of the sky and hits the lead in the pack like square in the butt, like a bullet, grabs it, hits it so hard that like as it's like using its momentum, like puts out its wings like flaps to carry it back up again, it lifts the wolf halfway, like a good 3 feet off the ground with its momentum. Seeing this, the other ones like just jump in surprise and dart back off into the brush and leave you guys be. For that part of it, the raven goes back in the sky, starts circling again.
Oh.
I kind of want to try to see if I can notice, like, if there's any sort of like adornments or anything peculiar in particular about this raven. Like, is it acting in a strange or weird way, or flying in some sort of pattern other than just like following us?
I will need 2 checks from you. One will be nature to ascertain, is it acting, according to natural things.
Funky.
And the other will be perception, just to like, you're kind of like shielding your eyes, trying to like get a good look at this thing as it's up in the sky.
Okay. All right. The streak continues.
Indeed. Out of combat, feel free to use your guidance.
Okay. Oh, jeez, come on. All right.
Nature-wise, it's birds,
it's
attack
a bird.
things.
Oh my god.
Know.
All right, I'm just getting them all out of my system now.
There you
So
go.
it's like a 4 and an 11. Jesus.
Yeah, the 4, it's like, animals here kind of act kind of weird anyway. So seeing a raven dive bomb a wolf maybe isn't out of the norm for Barovia. The perception,
I'm seeing
however,
stranger things here.
you it looked like it was carrying something with it, in like either like tied to it or in one of its talons or its beak or something. You couldn't quite make it out properly, but it looks like it has something with it.
I point to it and look at the party and say that raven has something. I don't know if it's like a messenger,
A sense of style, maybe?
swagger.
Yeah, I mean...
It does a barrel roll right as you say that.
Do it.
I had a similar question that he had, except about the wolves. Did I notice anything special about them specifically? I'm looking for signs that they might be werewolves instead of just wolves.
If they were werewolves, they were in their wolf form, and so there
Yeah.
wasn't anything distinguishing about
Okay.
them. They weren't, carrying a great sword in its mouth or anything, Dark Soulsy. Nothing along those
Aw.
lines.
If only.
I'd play that character.
Yeah.
I would
So
play that character so hard.
like a druid barbarian that wild shapes
Yeah.
and then takes a great
Oh,
sword.
man, that would be so good.
Okay.
Time to reroll.
Yeah, right. All right, I'm done GMing. Good game, guys. I'm coming in with my wolf now.
I mean, I get the sense that this is
Sorry.
an unusual raven, so I'm hesitant to shoot it down just to find out what it's carrying.
Hmm.
But maybe you could shout up to it. Maybe, I mean, we've seen weird things.
Something, Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Where is my spell list? There's too many. I have some way to communicate. This is why when you don't play for like
Do
4
you
weeks
have
at a time.
message or
Yeah,
sending?
I thought it was message. Is that not what it's called? It's not showing up when I'm looking for it.
Sending?
Sending. Is that
a
what it
third level
is?
spell, I think.
Sending. Okay, gotcha.
I know you've used sending in the past.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking of. For some reason else, it's making me think like Final Fantasy X sending, where it's like, again, like tolling the dead kind of thing. See how far. Just like for reference, how far do we think we'll make it to some sort of civilization like Von Richten's place before the night falls, or are we
You
gonna
have
be...
the choice of making it to Valaki or Van Richten's, but not both.
Okay.
So
we'll make it
at the
somewhere
split,
before the end of the day.
At the split in the road, you have to decide where you want to go.
Okay.
Unrichtens, I think.
If we were to I can work on trying to communicate with him. It just might take me a few minutes.
Okay.
And so if the party's okay with us moving on, I'm curious to see.
You guys probably have like a solid another hour and a half of walking or so till you get where you want to go.
I'm kind of curious to see if it follows.
If you need to concentrate, I can have Moose carry you.
Sure.
Okay.
That way I can focus on.
You're gonna cell phone drive him, just so he can stare at his phone while you guys walk.
Yeah. That sounds great.
All right.
So-
What? You're casting sending?
Yeah. Pretending that I'm going to actually prepare it this time. Yeah, I'm going to cast sending and. Okay, 25 words or less.
Hello. Stop. We
Are the
your
trains
friends.
running on time? Stop. I will say, thank you for your help with the wolves. Who are you? And why did you help us? I feel like somebody's counting my words.
That's only like what, 10?
Yeah, something like that. Also, what are you carrying? Let me just ask all the questions that I have right now.
All right. You get back he says that I carry a message for Tally. May I deliver this?
Assuming I can respond back, because I don't actually know how the spell works exactly.
Let me see.
I don't
One
think
action.
you can send. It's one message each,
Yeah, it's one message each way.
Okay.
but it's to anybody on the same plane as you.
Yeah.
Okay. Is the raven still above us?
Yep. Still circling.
Okay. I will I'll call out. I am her. You can deliver
Okay.
to me.
The raven comes down, and it's a big bird, but it does its best to try to actually perch on you. either on
Shit.
your shield or on your shoulder.
That's cool.
It's carrying a some sort of like scroll, like little scroll, like a carrier bird would have.
Okay. I'll untie the scroll and open and say thank you and open it up.
Okay. It bobs its head slightly at you, and the message. Oh, this is why I can't find him in the. Where is?
I'm not sure if you cut out or
Yeah, I was
That was
thinking
probably
the
only
same
saying one word at a time.
thing.
No, I was not saying one word at a time. I was like, "Where is that? Where is that?" And I was kind of freaking out because I couldn't find it, but it was on a different
Oh.
page. So it was written in a very even hand, cursive, awesome, and it is from Erwin Martikov, who, as you might remember, is the barkeeper of the Blue Water Inn.
Mm.
And it says to Talibeth, we have something we wish to discuss with you and your companions. We reach out to you specifically as you've proven to be somewhat of a diplomatic hand when it comes to dealing with things about the town and also within your own party. We would hope to talk to you here at the Blue Water Inn as soon as you are able. It says the Raven is to accompany you. In the meantime, it says we wish to speak with you again as soon as possible.
Excellent. I share with the party what the note says and say, sounds like I'm being summoned to the Blue Water Inn. All of us are. So we should head that way shortly.
Yeah, I could. There's stuff I want to do in Vallaki.
Yeah. So I guess we have a choice. We were going to go to Van Richten. Do we still want to maintain that course and then head to Vallaki in the morning, or head straight there?
Could we get to Vallaki before? Or we're gonna have to spend the night out here no matter what, right?
You have you could get to Van Richten's or Vallaki before nightfall, but you couldn't do
Oh.
both.
Let's do Vallaki.
Okay.
Slightly more comfortable.
Let's do that.
Well done,
All,
sir.
all about that comfortable inn.
Thank you.
Okay, so you guys are gonna go to Vallaki instead.
That sounds great.
Okay.
I guess along the way, I'm going to try to converse with the Raven just a little bit and see how much it understands. So I'll be like asking it like if it has a name or like, do you live around here? Just things, and like I'm not even sure if like, since I'm not super good with animals necessarily or anything, I'm kind of just like kind of having more fun and amusing myself than really seriously feeling like I'm communicating with it, but trying to get a sense of that.
And I'm going to keep an eye out for wolves.
Who's?
Wolves.
Who's?
Wolves.
All right. Well, with bird in tow, you guys start towards Vallaki.
All right. Sounds good.
So, as I said, about an hour and a half. It's actually after the wolf incident. There doesn't appear to be anything else that occurs in that timeline. So, what's going back to Tally and Bird? What are you asking the bird? You're going to ask what specifically? I guess so. Name. And...
I was gonna ask like what's its name, if it's hungry, stuff like that. Like, and it's in a way kind of like a childish escape from all the serious like bullshit that we've been going through.
Okay. And the bird will respond.
As soon as you ask the bird's name, he'll transform back into human, with the raven staying on his shoulder. Then, my name is August, and I'm always hungry. But no, I'm good.
Wait, can you explain what happened?
What?
What? The raven, and like a soul comes out of the raven, and a human is standing there, and that raven is perched on the human's shoulder.
So it's like a Pokeball?
So like you Pokeball out, like a human Pokeballs out of it, and then the raven flies over and lands on that shoulder, kind of thing.
Kind of like stays on my shoulder as I Pokeballed out.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So the raven. So, okay, gotcha. Okay.
I think I'm following that.
What? And now that you explained
Is
this,
he
I forgot what you said
clothed?
your name was. Oh God.
I'm lighting up
case,
the
yes.
Okay.
I'm lighting up the sword. Like,
Hey, no.
just sword and shield. Spin and just sort of like be ready.
Skirp.
What just happened?
That's the bird that helped us with the wolves, I think.
Yeah, but that's hey.
I am friend Skirp.
Was he here a minute ago?
About you.
I mean, he was, but he was a bird.
Well, I'll ask. Sorry, is it August or Augusti?
August.
August.
Pronounced
I'll ask
August.
August. I'll ask August. Well, actually, were you here, or is the bird
Yes.
like? Are you and the bird
Yes.
the same, or
No.
okay?
But yes.
Oh,
Mm,
The bird
I see.
is my spirit guide to the Raven Queen. She's who I serve ultimately while here. But I can merge my essence with my companion.
Huh.
I mean, he
Makes
becomes
traveling a
bird.
lot easier.
Sometimes I become half a wolf. I mean, it just things happen, man.
It's a Barovia thing, right?
there's
Yeah.
all sorts of strange manner in Barovia.
Okay. Seeing that no one else is alarmed by this, like I guess, okay, I'm gonna do a quick. I don't need to roll it, metagame wise, but I'm gonna take a moment to evaluate the rest of my party, like make sure that they don't kind of have that half glazed look of charm or bewitchment.
That's fair.
And assuming that I don't find anything there, because I can't find my character sheet for some reason. Then yeah, I'll just proceed to put away my sword. August.
From like Raven Queen is something I would recognize, right?
Ditto, maybe.
Yeah, religion-wise, you should. Cleric
Yeah.
for sure. Paladin, only maybe on the paladin because goblin.
Right, it would be from stories like bard stories.
What would I know about the Raven Queen? Because I'm not actually familiar with her out character at all.
She is kind of like she is undead centric, but in the good way. More like she acts as a kind of like a soul warden of sorts.
She
Whereas
hates
someone
undead.
like Strahd might relish undead, whereas the Raven Queen is against it. It's an abomination. And so she and her agents are there to kind of oust undead things.
Okay.
And knowing that death is just kind of part of the cycle. So she's a goddess of death, while not necessarily like adhering
like
to
in
the
a-
evil parts of that.
Yeah, one that like enforces death's order more so than like.
Yeah. If you're like
Sick.
familiar with Pathfinder at all, it's like Pharasma.
Okay.
Are you wearing any sort of symbol or
No.
okay? All right.
I posted a link to the character's portrait in both Discord and in Twitch chat so people can get an idea.
Okay. An emissary from the Raven Queen. This is an honor. an unlikely but unexpected, but I would say welcome welcome sighting in these strange lands.
Yeah.
It is nice to meet you guys as well.
And you're a friend of the Martikovs?
I've been working with them, helping them out in their area, while I'm in this area trying to figure out. The Raven Queen has sent me here as she's curious as to why the souls aren't passing properly through this realm. And so I'm here just to kind of poke around, fix it if I can, report if I can't, evaluate the situation.
Interesting.
Well,
Do you know
the Muffin Man.
how we can escape this fog? How to leave Barovia?
Insert path answer if I know anything extra.
You don't. For your part, working with the Martikovs, they actually found you just inside of like the fog wall, unconscious,
Gotcha.
and so you've kind of been paying back their kindness of sorts for rescuing you by running jobs for them.
Gotcha. No, I do not
You
know a
got-
way out, but I'm confident the Raven Queen will provide one for me once I've finished my job here.
Yeah, your way of getting here was kind of similar to like Skirp's compass, where the Raven Queen was like, something's going on there. I can't figure out what. That's why I need, boots on the ground to go figure that out for me.
Right.
And then you followed her directions and ended up here somehow.
Okay, that makes sense.
Well, let me ask this then. Do we still need to go to Vallaki now that we have met you, or was meeting you the purpose of it?
The missive is still to meet with the Martikovs.
Okay.
The Raven was just to deliver and then escort you back.
Oh.
Okay. Well, we're not too far from Vallaki now.
However, you guys are kind of walking as this, and you get to P on the map, which is the one of the Lunar River crossings.
Uh,
Yeah. Anybody else?
Yeah.
you're allowing me to
We're all
draw
12
heads on
years
the map?
old.
Sounds about right. Like,
You get to pee on the map.
I was gonna do it anyway, but
There's very suddenly like the what's been what you might call a sunny day in Barovia suddenly grows dark. Not like pitch black, but like the
Oh,
clouds
man.
rolled in, and there's this this crack of thunder, and I guess it'd be a crack of lightning, peal of thunder. There we go.
Roar of
Um,
thunder.
And as like there's this flash, and it's coming kind of like overhead, like as you guys are walking, and the flash is in front of you guys, and it momentarily blinds you all.
Oh.
Just like like a really bright flash, and you blink your eyes, and it goes away. And floating up in the air, beating wings, is Floki.
Son of a bitch.
dang.
He's floating up like pretty high in the air, maybe 100 feet or so, looking down on you. And you just see him just kind of regarding you guys with like his dead eyes. And he flaps his wings a few more times and then flies off
Flood.
extremely fast into the south.
But I don't have a chance to call out to him. I'm gonna call
I mean-
after him.
You can call after him. Whether or not he, stops and does anything, we'll see.
I'm gonna inhale, diaphragm, and really try and like blast this after him. Come back! Come back! We can
Oh,
help!
God.
He kind of follows the river line, and there's a quick like flourish where he loops around real quick, looks back, flaps his wings a couple times, and then just turns back around and keeps flying. So he definitely heard you.
Okay. I'll have to do something.
It was slightly unnerving, like
Yeah.
the fact that as he left, even the clouds parted, and there was no more thunder or lightning.
Oh, that's good.
It's
Friend of
Mhm.
yours?
You could say.
yeah, we've met. Uh, I don't know where he's going, but he's supposed to meet back up with us later. So
Well, I mean, that's what we were assuming.
I mean, I don't see any reason not to continue to assume that. So I'm gonna.
The ominous swirling clouds and thunder and lightning.
And the glaring and the...
But you haven't you haven't read the books where like that's like a symbolism or anything, right?
Symbolism
kind
for a
of-
really weird weather front, maybe.
Yeah.
30% chance of winged abominations.
Vengeance.
All right. Okay. Shake it off. But that's kind of enough staring off down the river. I'd say we just march on into Valaki.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And how?
And how? Marching off into Valaki we go. All right. Let's get a Valaki map up, shall we? Long has it been? Wow, that's actually been a while since you guys have been back here.
It's been a while.
Yeah, we were here for like before going to Strahd's castle.
Yeah. Wow, yeah, because like the map is way like in the order. Like way off kilter. All right, here we go.
Oh man.
Welcome to Valaki. I need to go AFK real quick. I need to get something for my throat.
Okay.
So I will be right back.
Well,
You want
He
to
has
just do a quick
studded
bio break?
armor.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna
Give
get a
character
cup of tea.
description Too, but that's fine.
5 minutes or so.
Yep.
I'll be here.
All right,
I mean,
I'll be right back.
the image kind of gives away pretty much what that character looks like. The armor that he's wearing is studded leather. That's otherwise that's what he.
Nice.
That's pretty neat. And now we've got a new arch nemesis.
I hope he grows to the power to be Arch.
I don't know. He did accept a lot of powers. We don't know what they did.
Hmm.
There was something about lightning and control over the dead.
Yeah, as the creator of that character, I'm actually excited to see where he goes. I just think villain was where he was destined to be. His characters should be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, I forgot to pick languages with him.
Bird.
Bird. That's
Just
the word. That's
cawing
not the
back and
language.
forth.
I think I get 3 languages outside of Common. So,
I don't think we used this map the last time we were here. Because the path that's drawn is the path that we followed the guy from.
I got Squirrel Kill.
Yeah. Yeah. We haven't used this map since Squirrel died.
Is it still too soon?
I'm still planning to kill the what's it called? Coffin maker. That's why Gideon wants to come back to Valaki.
Okay, I'm back.
I think 2 of the other people might be AFK.
Yeah, they went
Okay.
tie up, right? Quick.
Since I'm starting to fade there.
Understandable. Comprehensible. Yeah, I was saying I don't think we've used this actual map since Squirrel died.
And back.
Because the green line that's all drawn out is the path that we took to get to like the various shops and then the coffin maker and
Yeah.
Meow.
Yeah, she can't decide if she's a duck or if she's a cat.
Hey, I think is that everybody?
I am.
I'm here.
Okay.
Hey,
Balake.
Valaki a lot.
but like you like that.
Welcome back to Valaki. We've been here a couple times, mostly the Blue Water Inn. However, as you enter town, one of the guardsmen kind of looks at Gideon and gives kind of a chuckle. He says, "Hey, I saw your woman coming through town. She looked pretty angry."
Uh,
How long were we in those mines or that fort or whatever?
A few days,
Okay.
because like travel up,
Hmm.
you stayed at least one night in there, I think 2, and then travel back.
yeah. She was supposed to be left at Von Richten's, wasn't she?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Okay.
I got something to go check out over there.
Hey, you're in as much trouble as I am.
Boo seems to agree.
Who can see the notes? I think we should be listening.
It's true, if she can.
Just smudged paw prints all over the notes. Okay.
And they're both just kind of chuckling. Says, "Yeah, she ran off that."
Uh-oh, you cut out.
He points into town, and they're both chuckling and saying, like, "Yeah, she ran off that way looking."
you cut
Looking
off
for
again.
something.
Looking.
For you.
Oh,
Oh.
jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
And the other one just kind of cracks in, like, "Yeah, I wouldn't want to be him right now. Do you see that axe she was carrying?"
Oh yeah, we left her with an axe.
He gave her that axe.
An axe to grind.
Maybe this is a mistake.
Okay. I'm assuming the direction they pointed was towards the Blue Water Inn.
It was towards town. Like, you guys are at the westmost gate, so anywhere is more into town than where you guys currently are.
All right. Westmost over here.
So I would love to just kind of start going towards that Blue Water Inn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I humbly request we go straight to the inn so that way I can finish my task that was assigned.
We're all quite tired. I think a night at the inn is
Yeah.
probably exactly what's called for.
Where did I leave my my bard?
Also Van Richten's tower.
Okay, then yeah, I'm happy to tag along with wherever we're going. I don't have any.
Right.
Thing I need to do.
N2 is the Blue Water Inn.
There. Set the course.
Shit, of course. I need a different number than what I currently have. Here we go. Areas of Lucky. Ah, here we go. Making sure I'm not going to lie to you guys. An 8. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, you guys get into with no problems. And as you walk into Blue Water Inn, I'm not going to take us to that map. There's no reason for it right now. You see Erwin Martikov, as usual, behind the bar. And he sees the group of you walk in, and he puts down the mug that he's cleaning at the moment and says, "Ah, my friends, come in." I don't know that trying to do a voice is going to work right now. Sorry, guys. Throat's not having it. And he says, "Come, come. We have business to discuss. But first," and he kind of motions you guys to get closer. And as you do, he kind of leans in and says, "The brother of your friend, the one with the axe, I think he might be in trouble.
Oh.
I did after you left with the woman and the small boy with the donkey.
Donkey.
Sounds like the beginning of a joke.
It is. He drank a lot, and he is your friend, so I did not think anything of it. But then he ran afoul of the Burgomeister's right hand. I don't know what happened exactly, but he's been put into the stocks in the town square. You may wish to look into that sooner than later."
Thanks for the information. You haven't happened to see his sister lately, have you?
I have not actually. She left with you, did she not? The small boy and donkey?
Yeah, but we heard she'd been back in town, and I figured she'd come looking for us here. This is our first stop usually, so.
He says, "I don't know, but I will look into it." And he stands up straight and makes like a like come here motion, and this younger, like teenage looking kid runs up and he leans over and whispers something into his ear, and the kid goes sprinting out the door. And he says, I will let you know what I find out." And he says, "August, my friend, you have delivered the message then, yes? Now that you are all here?"
As promised.
"Perfect. Your payment," and he tosses a small sack across to you.
Much appreciated.
He says, "Room and board will continue to be on the house so long as you continue working as you do." And he looks to the three of you and says, "This one does good work. You should perhaps think about keeping him around a bit. I will loan him to you. He owes me one anyway, eh?" And he kind of like gives you like an elbow to the ribs, nudging you. He says, "Now, specifically, Miss Tally, you've we've watched you, and you've proven to kind of be a compass of sorts to the group." He says, and he looks at Skirp. He says, "A different kind of compass, anyway. We watch many things, and we would ask a favor. Well, it is a favor of a favor asked of us, if that makes sense. It is very confusing to us as well. But first, somewhere more private, perhaps. Come. You remember where we found your friend's sword? We'll go there." So he leads you guys upstairs into kind of this, up through the secret way into the where the sun sword was hidden. And there's just up here. There's not much, like it's bales of hay and stuff kind of hidden up above the stables. He has you guys sit down. He's like, it's as comfortable if nothing else. And he reaches down and uncovers like a little trap door, and pulls out a bottle and uncorks it and takes a swig and starts passing it around the circle. He says, "So, obviously you have noticed the ravens, yes? They are your friends. This one here, while he is not of our kindred, he perhaps is so in spirit, and that is why I have taken a shine to him. We are the keepers of the feather." And to kind of prove the point, he stands up, shakes slightly, and morphs into his hybrid form, which is a half man, half raven. And he holds up his hands. He says, "I wish to startle you. I just want to be upfront." And he shakes again and goes back to his human form and takes a seat. He says, "The Keepers of the Feather is a secret society of were-ravens."
Hmm.
He says, "I am sure it is no secret to you that you have seen many a raven in the sky. Sometimes they help, sometimes they merely watch. To the individuals, it is at their kind of whim to do so. However, also not a secret to you are the werewolves, yes?"
Yeah, no secret at all.
Do you say it like that?
Hmm.
Like, assuming he's referring to the ones that we've encountered so far.
Okay. I wasn't
Say
sure
it
if you were
like
just
that.
kind of like, being kind of like tongue in cheek about it or not, but because of the
Not-
obvious reasons.
I actually wasn't thinking about that at all, but that's also good.
All right. I'll let
Works
that
on
go for
many
now.
levels.
And he just kind of like, "Yes, obviously you have fought some. My agents have told me such. What is odd is that we have just received an emissary from them.
Hmm.
They wish to talk.
Ooh.
Apparently, there is some sort of civil war among their people.
Hmm.
While the Keepers of the Feather do not, let's say, interact with Strahd, the werewolves do not have such restraint. They openly serve him, and in many ways are even controlled by him. This new faction appears to be different. They wish to find another way, a way that they say is more peaceful, and as such have approached the Keepers and wish to make a bargain of sorts. I am hesitant to listen to them. However, yeah, but it's vampires and werewolves.
Oh, you dropped again.
Anyway, he says they brought back some of the missing children that the werewolves have abducted in the past as a token of good faith. And so for that reason, I believe that it is in our best interest to hear them out. However, I do not trust them. Strahd is very cunning. This could simply be one of his plans to lure out the leaders, the Keepers.
Mm-hmm.
However, if it is true, it's almost too good of an opportunity to pass up. It could be a changing of the tides in Barovia. To that
And
end, we would
that's where
like
we-
to have Tally, he kind of motions to Tally with one hand, serve as an emissary, and the rest of you, including my friend August here, serve as her bodyguard. She would act in accordance with our wishes and carry our voice as the Keepers of the Feather. And he says, as such, and he again reaches to his thing and pulls out this blue cloak and dusts it off and hands it over to Tally. You would wear our mantle, our colors. Should you ever see this, should you ever see somebody bearing this cloak in these colors, you will know that they are of the Keepers of the Feather. This is for you to keep as a payment of sorts for acting in this, but also that you have proven yourself an ally.
Awesome.
He says, now then, are you willing to do this for us?
It's a lot. It's a lot that you're asking, but I think it's a lot also that to say that you trust me to carry on this responsibility. I've worked with werewolves in the past, not from here, not those that serve Strahd, but if there's a way that we can weaken his grip on those people, perhaps turn the tide, as you're saying, it might give us a way to get out of here. I mean,
He
it's the
says,
best opportunity we see.
absolutely, and that is what we hope for.
I'll turn to the group and ask them what they think. Any objections or concerns?
It sounds like a good opportunity to me.
All right. This cloak is a cloak of the Keepers of the Feather. It acts as a cloak of the Bat, except that it looks like it has raven feathers instead of bat wings as its motif.
What does the Cloak of the Bat do?
A Cloak of the Bat gives you advantage on dexterity stealth checks, which I think in Tally's case just gives her regular stealth checks.
That's right. Yeah.
In areas of dim light or darkness, you can grip the edges of the cloak with both your hands and use it to fly at a speed of 40 feet.
Holy
I
shit!
am Batman.
If you ever fail to grasp the edges, or if you're no longer in dim,
Uh-oh.
In dim light, I assume you lose flight. You broke out.
if you outside of dim light, you lose the fly speed effect. Also, while in areas of dim light or darkness, you can use your action to cast polymorph on yourself, transforming yourself into a raven.
Ding.
If you do this, you cannot use it again in this manner until the next dawn.
Okay.
You maintain all of your mental stats in that form, but gain the physical stats of a bat otherwise. Raven otherwise.
Cool. How long can I stay in that form? Oh, is it just based on the spell polymorph?
Yeah, it's
Up to an
based
hour?
on it's
Okay.
so long as you're in dim or dark or darkness in this case.
Okay, gotcha. And then
Which-
the duration just acts like polymorph the spell. Okay.
Which is pretty much all the time in Barovia.
So, I was going to ask.
But that polymorphs portion of it is only once a day.
Right. Once a day during dim light darkness. Cool.
Otherwise, the fly speed part of it you can do as long as you're in dim light or darkness.
Damn.
Let me see if there's actually an entry for this on the. Yes, there is on the compendium. Sweet. I will link it in Discord.
Awesome.
It's like that, except that it's Raven instead of Bat. All right, so getting back to the actual thing.
Does he get the Raven's flight speed in dim light then, or does he get the same 40 for the bat?
He would be Raven in with the polymorph effect.
But for the
So there's-
standalone,
The
I
standalone
think
is
he's
just 40 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Good question though. Cool. Yay! I can pretend to be stealthy now. Not really.
For obvious reasons, I'm in on this plan.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm good. No, I'm in.
I do have a couple questions though.
He says, of course.
How time sensitive is this? We might have a business to take care of.
He says that I have not actually responded to their request yet. Though I imagine that such a thing is something that we should say, perhaps in a week's time at the most. What I can do is dispatch my own messenger and let them know that we are considering that offer. That way that we keep the line of communication open. It is no secret that we do not trust the werewolves. They know this. They know that we will be suspicious.
Okay. That's plenty of time to handle whatever we need to.
Mm-hmm.
He says, that being said, if you have a weak step, take the.
We're
Uh-oh.
getting
Let
every
me know.
third word.
Sorry, it might just be my voice is too low. Let me up my mic gain. See if that helps a little bit. He says, effectively, if you guys have time to do this, before then, let him know.
Sorry to do what
To do
before when?
the emissary stuff.
Yeah,
That's
before
what
a
he's
week.
referring to.
Like if you guys if you guys end up having time before a week to do it, like, oh hey, we finished our, what we were doing right now, and it's
Yeah.
3 days out instead of a week out, then
Okay.
Oh,
then
just like let
sounds
them know
good.
when we're done.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, I'm going to turn this up slightly, so sorry if it gets too loud.
I already turned you down a little, just in case.
Okay. All right, see if that works. Not ideal. He says, but this is not the only news I have to share with you. He says, Gideon, you are a
Yes.
coffin maker.
Has he resurfaced?
Yes, he has. It appears that he has thrown in his lot.
What was that? Sorry.
He's thrown in his lot with the Voctors.
Okay.
Oh. We met the Voctors. They're Lady Voctor.
He says that Lady Voctor has continued her campaign of sorts. And while she has not made a move, it seems likely that she may do so shortly. He says he doesn't understand what the coffin maker is doing with her, just that he has shown up and has been seen in her company.
Okay. I'll think on that. Thank you.
Is Lady Voctor to be allied with Strahd? Do we know this? Do you know this?
She gave us a pitch that was basically we should stop pretending that Strahd's not God or something to that effect. And that was why we left.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
I'd like to actually ask that of Erwin. He knows of her motives and what
Yeah,
she's-
he's like she's kind of crazy, and she would definitely, if not turn Velaki over, she would be a full-on spy for Strahd without even hiding it. The
Mhm.
fact.
Does sound like we have some loose ends to tie up before we
Before I
we can
forget,
focus on this.
Skirp,
That's me.
when we left the Amber Temple, you had your book and you felt a new pull.
Did I feel a new pull? I don't remember the new
Yes,
pull.
we mentioned that
Okay.
you had a new inkling of
Oh.
something, and that from the Amber Temple would have been to the northeast. And now it's coming from, you feel the pull from the southeast
Southeast.
as you've
Okay.
moved to Velaki.
Okay. Would you mind really quickly zooming out to the world map?
Sure, I knew that.
Thank you so much. I'll get a screenshot and then we can
Yeah.
zoom back in. Second here. Oh, scrolling so difficult. Okay. Where's my snipping tool?
So as our friend Erwin has said, he seems to like me to assist you guys, but I'd like to know from you that you're open to said ideas and okay with that.
We do find ourselves a little more short-handed than usual. But we do dangerous work. I don't know how used to that you are.
I can handle my own in danger.
And then we're Lucky. So southeast.
There's
whole
not a
time we're
lot
talking.
that's southeast. He's just spinning in circles.
Skirp's like doesn't have a map, but he's like finger pointing or something. I don't know.
He's got he's got a sextant out, and he's with his crayons on the ground. Like,
No, I mean that points us over towards. That points us towards Strahd, I think.
There's Strahd. There's the
falls.
Sir Falls. I think the old bone grinder was in that area, right?
Yep,
No.
yep. Also the caravan who's down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's near the Surf Falls as well.
Yeah. Could be any of those.
Wait, where's
Or none
Strahd's
of them.
Manor? Is that on this
Okay.
map?
That's K.
Okay.
That's okay. I thought that's what's the bone grinder? I mean, where is the bone grinder?
That's
Oh.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Perfect. All right, great. Thank you.
B are the gates of Barovia. H is the falls. G is the pool.
And also that's where the caravan was, right?
Yeah. The pool is and G are the caravan. All right, going back to Lucky.
You've already also helped us before, and that sort of, for lack of a better term, charity is again a very rare occurrence in these lands. So I'm already grateful and would be happy to have you.
Erwin's just kind of, he's leaning back, like nodding. He's like, he likes where this is going.
For clarification, you serve the Raven Queen, but are you a member of the Keepers of the Feather?
Not to my knowledge, no. They just took me in.
Okay.
Erwin kind of chimes in. He says he's a junior member.
A fledgling?
Oh.
Oop.
Is that
Alright.
racist?
I don't know. Is it?
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
Well, it sounds like we have some business to take care of first, but
we should sleep.
It is nighttime.
I don't like leaving our friend in the stocks all night, but none of us are in shape to deal with a confrontation if it comes to it.
You guys also have no idea how long he's been in the stock, so it's like, has he been in there a couple hours? Has he been there a couple days? It's hard to,
That's true.
you know,
maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it's,
Yeah.
Maybe it's
that's
already
true.
too late.
I mean, I guess we could go check on him before sleeping.
yeah. What is it like? Just kind of early evening at this point?
yeah, it's early evening, and you're in town too.
Yeah.
Inside of a walled town, so it's
Relatively.
slightly less dangerous.
Man, it's not like there's vampires hiding in here that can one-shot somebody.
No, not at all.
Not anymore.
Wouldn't need to light any houses on fire or anything.
Not yet, anyway. I mean, it's still
Hashtag
early.
too soon, chat. Hashtag too soon.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a
Okay.
year and a half ago?
Kind of feels it might be actually.
It was a long time ago. As real world time flies.
Yeah, yeah.
It's only been like
In game, it's been like a
couple of
week or
weeks
something,
almost.
right?
Yeah.
It was like the first thing that happened when you guys got to go check this out. A vampire spawn.
In the stocks, if that's not too far of a walk.
No, it's at N8,
Okay.
which is the town square.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Let's go check on Ismark, right?
Yes.
I really got to start writing names better.
I only have his name because it was like near the beginning of this whole play session thing, and so that's when I started with really good notes, and then they've gotten much worse.
My handwriting is just incomprehensible, and the further back it goes, the less I can read it. Okay.
And I'm 100% wearing this cloak.
Go for it. It is a like royal blue color.
Oh, sick.
It very much like stands out. Like it's very, very knightly looking.
To the stocks?
Yes.
Okay.
I left my golem hanging out outside.
You left him at the stables tied up.
And I figure I'll just have him tag with us if we're wandering the streets. But if we go indoors, I'll be leaving him, just parked.
The hitching post.
Yeah.
Everybody's just kind of looking, kind of.
Not the strangest thing you've ever seen, I'm sure.
I mean, it's Barovia. People have
They
seen
didn't even
worse.
stop us at the gates, so I mean, yeah.
What are they gonna do? Like, oh yeah, he's got a giant golem. Let's try to stop him. It's a great idea. All right. So Erwin, stands up. He says, "I'll take my leave of you. I have business to attend to anyway." Goes back downstairs. Actually goes back to business, which is running the bar. N7 is. What was N7? N6 was the coffin maker's house, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Let me see.
Was
what
N7 the doll maker or whatever? Toy maker?
I want to say that was 5, but let me.
I feel dumb, but I feel like 7 was the end.
No, I think N2 was the end.
N2's the inn.
Maybe N7 then was the toy, or was N3
That's where
the toy
Shepard
maker?
hangs out. No, that is the toy
Shepard.
maker. Is N7.
Okay.
N6 was the coffin maker shop, and
And 5
5
was
Was.
Rictavio, right?
was the stockyard, which is where Rictavio had his cart. All right, N8. You guys move there without much difficulty, and there are stocks set up in the center of town. And in these stocks is there's one gentleman right now. Somebody has put a bottle of some kind of liquor in his hand, and they have also put a donkey head over his head, made of plaster.
Hmm.
So it looks like he's wearing some sort of horse mask. There are 2 guards kind of on rotation along the outside of the square.
I'm gonna approach and say, Ismark, what have you gotten yourself into?
You just hear this really muffled, huh? What? Slurring speech. Sounds like somebody that's very, very drunk.
I'm gonna take the donkey hat off for a moment. Maybe hand it to Skirt.
You take the donkey head off, and you hear this, "Hey!" as the guards both start approaching.
Oh. I'm like, I just want to talk to him. I'll put it back.
Says there's no cavorting with the prisoners.
Even in
Words from the burgomaster.
Even in public? He's
Even
just
in
standing
public.
right here.
Says you want to cavort with him, grab those, and he points to a crate of rotten produce near the stocks. That's how we interact with criminals.
How long is he to be confined?
It says till Ezek comes back and says that he's done.
And what was his crime?
What was what?
What was his crime?
Public drunkenness.
Really?
Ron White's kicks into my head if I wasn't drunk in public until you took me
I was
out
drunk in a
of
bar.
right.
You threw me into public. Yeah.
Ezek is like, what? What are
Was
you
he?
talking about? Or not Ezek, but Ismark is like, what? No, what are you talking about? I wasn't drunk in public. He sounds super, super drunk. Says, they got me liquored up in the bar and drugged me out here, asking questions. And one of the guards just full on hits him in the ribs with the end of his spear. Not the business end, the haft end of it.
Mm.
Says, no talking, prisoner.
I step in, and I mean he's probably put it down, but I'm going to step in between the guard and Marcus.
The other one looks down at you and says,
There's no cause for that.
"You want to join your friend? We can get you a crate to stand on in the stocks." They both laugh.
I will also laugh because it's a good joke.
They both look at you, at each other, is he serious right now?
Yes, yes, but there's, he's being punished. let him serve his punishment.
Okay, so you're willing to let the lawful part of this play out as just punishment for a crime.
Man, I don't know if he was drunk in public or not drunk in public, but it's the judgment of the authority that he was. So at least for the time being, he's being punished. Like, don't get in the way of it, but also guards don't have any need to go and hit him. But, look, hang on. I'll walk over. If guard, what's your name? John?
Yeah, let's go with John.
John, you look like a John. John, if you want to interact with the prisoner, do it with the fruit. Produce. That's how we interact with the prisoners.
Wait, so you're playing good cop, so they're bad cop? Even though they're...
He's good copping the bad cop.
Just come on. Nobody needs to hit him with sticks.
He looks at you and he says, "Can't while we're on duty."
But you can hit him with sticks?
Says, "Yeah, it's part of being on duty."
Oh my god.
How long has he been locked up?
Good
He
question.
says-
Fair question.
He's been locked up since the wee hours of the morning.
He's still drunk?
He says, "I don't know, somebody gave him a bottle. I don't know how he's managing to get that into himself, but he's still drunk."
Oh my god.
Can I roll
Sounds like we
insight
need
on that
to-
bullshit?
Go for it. Roll whatever you want.
He's not in danger, right?
Oh,
Damn.
finally.
Damn.
No, he's lying right to your face.
A man fully restrained drinking himself half to death. I imagine that's a common occurrence in these lands. He's probably a
says-
wizard too at this rate.
And he says, "Wait, he's a wizard?" He says, "We should probably break his fingers then too.
Hmm.
I don't want none of that hocus pocus stuff going on." He reaches down and grabs a club from his belt and starts heading towards Ismark's fingers.
I'm going to say to the golem, Moose, if they try to break his fingers, rip their arms off.
Holy shit. Okay, easy.
The guards both look and they're like, "Wait, what?" And then for the first time, they kind of appear to notice this looming thing behind you as it takes 2 steps forward and just stands over them. And its eyes go from the anime mode back to the full blown green flame, looking down. And they're like, "Yeah, we don't get paid enough for this."
I think you should tell us where we can go talk to Ezek. That's what you said his name
Yeah.
was?
Ezek. And they both kind of shoot each other a glance, and one of them grins kind of a little too, it pleases him a little bit too much. He says, yeah, we'll take you to Ezek. He says, "Come on, let's go this way."
No, you tell us where he is.
He says, "All right, I suppose." And he gives you directions to a place on the map that I can't see because I have way too many pop-ups open. N3.
Browsing all that porn.
No, God damn it.
Oh, we've been to
Max will roll
the-
20 pop-ups.
Right? Is that
Roll
the
20 porn, it's new.
Is that the Burgomeister's place?
Yeah, it's the Burgomeister's house.
That's where we got chewed out about burning down a house.
Correct.
Allegedly burning down a house.
We didn't even deny it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly didn't deny it.
We deny nothing. Except for burning down that Helen house that one time.
This here.
Do we feel... Are we heading there now, or do we want to take the night?
I kind of want to take the night, but
They're
To
gonna
the
break
two-
his fingers at this point. So
the two gentlemen.
I could leave...
should probably leave Moose here to protect him.
Yeah.
I still think
If
it'd
we
probably be better if we did the talking tonight than because you're leaving your dude to guard all night. What if he kills a random person that's just throwing fruit?
I said if they try to break his fingers, there's a difference.
Oh, okay.
They-
What if they try
if
to move him or something?
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
Can
but
you-
people can live without arm.
to non-lethally rip their arms out? Is that a thing?
Cauterize it with your eyes.
Yeah, right. You got those flaming oculars. Do something with them.
So you're leaving him kind of on guard with his mark.
Yeah.
Alternatively,
Mm.
Says the fire cleric.
I'm just saying we have options. I want to tell the guards, appreciate you doing what you do. Thank you for the information. If I see so much as a knuckle of his bruised, you're going to have to answer. And I gesture to the tall walking Iron Man. I'm forgiving and I will forget, but this guy's got a perfect memory.
Perfect.
So we understand? Got understanding here?
They both look at each other. For now, don't expect this to stand up once Ezek and the Burgomeister hear about it, though.
Hmm.
And they both, on that point, turn around and go back to their posts.
We can decide if we want to leave him here or not, but
They
You're
couldn't
already
really
in trouble
stop
with
us
your
if we
girlfriend
decided
as
to
it
take
is, right? You're gonna leave your brother out here?
I mean, like I said, they couldn't really stop us if we decided to take him with us. But on the other hand, what do you guys think?
I mean, it's not nighttime, right? It's just the early evening, so theoretically we could still talk to the Burgermeister if he's been here since early morning. That's 12 hours of sitting out here in public square.
Oh, I mean, even earlier than that. I mean, 2 a.m.
Oh. So he's
Like when
been
the wee hours of the
closing
morning.
time
so
last night.
16
Yeah.
hours worth of drunken time sitting out here?
Yeah.
I'm going to feed him some rations.
Can
Okay.
you
Or kind of real quickly, just kind of.
cure drunkenness?
Actually, is that a
standard
thing?
healing? Yeah, I think it's
Poison?
standard healing. Magic healing does it, doesn't it?
Is it regular
Maybe.
healing, or do I have to do restoration or something weird?
I think drinking might be poison.
It would be if you could give him something that would help him with a con save or something to deal with poison. Yeah.
I can detect poison disease. I can.
Don't paladin lay on hands cure poison.
I don't
Aid.
think so.
Oh, okay.
What about just a standard heal check with a healing kit?
Would
You're not
that
going to
work?
sober someone up. With
You just.
Well, no,
I guess it
he-
could have charcoal or something.
He's saying give him
Had
a con
charcoal and a
save,
slap.
right?
Wait, how much? I could do protection of poison. Yeah, I can just cure the poison.
Protection against poison?
Protection from poison is a cleric spell. You touch a creature, if it's poison, you neutralize the poison. More than one poison afflicts the target, you neutralize one that you know is present. For duration, they have advantage saving throws against being poisoned.
That'll absolutely do it.
Do I have spell slots? Jesus. I do.
Yeah, that will
I'm going so
full on.
instead of feeding him, I'll cast that and just kind of touch him real quick to not draw too much attention and see how he feels.
All right. He goes stone sober just like that.
Poor guy.
And he's like, wait. He's like, oh, I'm not drunk anymore. That's weird. He's like, you guys, where have you been? And he notices he's in stocks all of a sudden, and he lowers his voice. Where have you been?
Around.
It's
what-
kind
what
of
if-
hard to explain.
Yeah. More importantly, what happened to you?
That beast of a right hand that the Burgomeister here has. They tricked me.
What'd they do?
They got me drunk and got me talking about Irina.
What did you say?
Just that she was around and that I was her brother. The big guy seemed to take exception to that. He got really kind of quiet, and him and his guard lackeys kept getting me drunk and drunk and drunk. And then I wake up in these stocks, have them claiming public drunkenness. Says I don't really remember what I told them. Like, where's Irina? Is she safe?
We heard she was in town, but we haven't seen her.
All of the color drains from his face. He's like, that guy was really like pumping for information about Irina. I don't know if he works for Strahd and was trying to what's going on, but that's if she's here, she's in trouble.
Looks like we might not have time to wait for the morning.
Says you have no idea where she is, you haven't seen her?
Not
No,
yet.
but I'm assuming this was Ezek.
Yeah.
We know where he is.
He says it's likely that she's if he found her, there's no way he doesn't have her. Nice.
Is it safe to say this town has lots of rats?
Like actual like rats or
Yeah.
I
I mean, that there's
I'd say
rotten, if there's rotten fruit sitting right out here, right? Like we're in the stocks. It's safe to say there's probably rats.
I'd say there's a rat population. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah. I while they're talking, I will look for one and ask if they can start asking other rats for the location on this person.
Wait, what?
Wait,
You're
you
an
can talk to
animal
rats?
whisperer?
Yeah, I have beast speech. It's one of my invocations. I can talk to animals at will.
Okay then.
Well, Jesus.
Well, that solves
The
that.
new guy starts playing Cinderella.
Wait, what?
Cinderella.
Oh.
He goes over, leans down, picks up a rat in his hands, and like brings it up to like face level
Oh.
and starts talking to it. Squeaker, squeak, squeak, squeaker, squeaking.
And then I'll give this
Squirrel.
rat that I'm talking to, obviously, cheese or meat or rations or food of some sort. And hope
It
that-
twitches its whiskers at you and like darts off. It gave you it's like I don't know exactly how beast speech works, so I'll look it up. But I will tell you that it basically gives you the
speak with animals. I can speak with it. That's
Okay.
the spell. Speak with animals at will.
got it. He's like, yeah, we'll be. He's got like he's like, yeah, I'll be right back. Tell you what's going on. Like,
Hold on. Wait, are all rats like getting
Like,
semi
is he
New
from
Jersey
Brooklyn?
accent?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is he from like
Yeah.
Manhattan or Jersey or something? Like, what's going on here?
it's on the river. It's the border. I don't know. It's just where I went with it. I don't know what
No,
happened.
I like it. I like
We're here. We're here for it.
All right. Yeah, and so he just darts off and he's like, yeah, he'll get some information for you.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there anything else, Ismark, that you can tell us? What's going on around town, or anything we should know? We're gonna try to find her, but anything you can tell us that you think might be helpful?
It says, I think the barkeeper might be like, I don't know, a serial killer or something. He acts real suspicious and like he's always got people coming in and out and people running errands for him and there's a lot of birds. It's really weird. I don't know.
Yeah, we're aware.
Oh, okay.
But he's our serial killer.
And he kind of like he just looks at you like, oh. I guess
listen,
as long as he's on the right side.
There's a potential here that we might be about to assault the Burgomeister's house. So, maybe we should just free you from the stocks? I mean, I don't
He
really
says,
fancy the idea of you being used as a hostage.
says, No, I don't think so. The guards saw you. They know that you're here. If you let me go, they'll know it's you guys and come looking for you. If I stay here, they should be off your tail for at least a little while, unless you guys do something silly.
Okay.
So like, I would love to be out of here. Yeah, you know, give me some trail rations or something real quick.
Yeah.
To keep me tied up and all. You know, if it's for my sister's sake, I can endure this as long as it takes.
Is he sort of is he held in a place where like his hands can't really reach his mouth?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like they're at like, stocks, his neck's through, his hands are through. And so he could like maybe like on a good stretch like hit the side of his face with a couple of his fingers, but
Okay.
otherwise not so much.
I'll kind of like at first kind of gently like feed him a couple of trail rations, and then as we're kind of wrapping up, be like, all right, just pretend like you're still drunk, okay? We don't want them, And then I kind of shove another trail ration into his mouth so he can kind of chew on it, and put the head back on top of him.
And he kind of gives you like a nod with the donkey head on.
Okay. Well, if it's possible, we're walking into combat. I'm gonna.
Will you say we check in with the inn real quick? We asked about Arena there, right? And
I
he,
guess.
He dispatched someone, and August has now dispatched a messenger of his own as well. So you may get more information at that time.
Okay.
Let's just check
Let's
in there
go,
first
check in.
and see.
We haven't rested, right?
No,
No.
We walked all night and then
We walked all
or
night.
Walked all day, walked all night.
all day.
to
Walked all
get
day.
to you. Boom, boom, boom.
Well, along the way, I can use second wind out of combat, right? It's just as long as I have to take a short rest before it comes back.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna try to top myself off, and looks like it works. Yes, that's enough to put me at 60. Just in case we get into combat.
Yeah. Should we head back to the inn, or do you guys want to stop
Yeah.
anywhere else?
In for
Yeah,
now.
I'm good with you. I mean, there's rats everywhere. They'll get the info to me when they're ready.
They'll find you.
Sorry, it's just when I walked all night. Anyway, there's also a decent Proto Man cover of that song, which is
Oh, the Proto
quite
Man
good
is
as
so
well.
good.
Yeah. Anyway, so back to the inn. En route to the inn, you get three rats that approach.
Okay.
They tell you that they saw Reno come into town with her axe, and she ended up getting kind of cornered by the guards because she was openly brandishing a weapon in town, saying that she was both looking for the party and her brother. At which point, it says that this big guy with this really grotesque right hand came with the guards and captured her. They did say that he tried to pick up the axe, and that the axe sprouted a bunch of thorns that like shot all the way through his hand.
Fuck.
What does that mean again?
It can't be held by someone who's evil.
Oh, well.
I asked them if the axe is still where it dropped.
He said no, that one of the other guards picked up the axe
Okay.
and took it with them.
I will translate verbatim to the party what the rats have discovered about their friend.
They said they did not know where they were taken.
Gotcha.
Just that they took her somewhere.
Gotcha. I thank them for their prompt information finding and give them food.
You get a trio of whisker twitches, and they dart back off into like the alleyways and kind of darker corners of the town, out of sight. Back to the inn. Erwin sees you guys and gives you like a nod, and you see him call over somebody, a waitress, and she approaches you all and pulls you over to a table and sets down a tray. On the tray is a mug for each of you, and there's also a note underneath one of the mugs. The note says that his messenger came back. You note that there's paper with writing on it.
Yeah.
Don't burn it.
You're unsure what it says because you can't read.
That's right.
Everybody else, the paper says that the woman was captured and taken by Ezek. They were last seen going to the Burgomeister's house.
No. Is that where the guards told us?
The guards told you that, yeah, basically Ezek was,
At the
or you'd have to take it up with the Burgomeister,
Oh, okay.
and Ezek was there.
And the rats confirm it's basically where they went.
Oh.
I'm gonna. Can I have that? Can I have that note now? That paper.
Burn after reading.
I prefer before reading, but if you
They all
insist on
finish, and
reading,
Gideon is still sounding out words a little bit behind while you try to take it from him.
just. No. Wait patiently. You know.
There you go.
Okay. As soon as I have it, I'll light it up with my sun sword.
All right. It just goes whoosh. Wasn't much, it was just paper. Nothing magical.
Yep.
This message will self-destruct in skirp seconds.
That's right. Yeah. So I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
in the
In
group.
who?
for
In the group.
having- How dare all of you read
How
something?
dare we receive a note?
It-
Anyway.
But you can't help that people send you notes, but it's about how you react to them.
It's like, but did you have to read it? And
Exactly.
out loud?
Exactly.
Vulgar.
Yeah, kinda. Somebody gets me. Not any of the party,
Like-
but
Like what you do in private is your own time, but like in public?
Right.
Jeez,
But
that's so
exactly.
gross.
in public.
Wow.
So your friend's been kidnapped by evil. Should we wait on this or address the situation sooner rather than later?
I'm fucking
Uh,
beat, but
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
don't
say.
want to. I don't want to wait either.
I will leave it up to you guys.
Physically, I feel strong. Like I could march on for hours more, but mentally and spiritually, I am exhausted. If you called upon me to summon the power of the
Grayskull?
goddess, I would not be able to manage that. Like I honestly don't think I could get even just a few divine sparks to come out.
Well,
Like,
what
I got
would
the
8
sword.
hours more with this evil person do to your friend?
Yeah. I can always swing my sword for justice. So that's I'm ready to go if there's somebody who needs saving now.
Not that
There
there's a
is
If there's somebody who needs
distress.
saving.
There is a damsel
Like-
in distress.
In the morning? Okay. All right.
On the other hand, if we run in there and get ourselves killed, we're not helping at all.
There is the matter of Ismark as well. I think his concerns are
It's true.
valid. If we go in there, we save Arena. If we're not quick to save Ismark, there might be trouble. This just opens it up for Lady Wagner as well, right?
Maybe we can leverage the brewing, I don't know, coup in exchange for freeing Arena.
Are you saying that we should incite a riot?
No, I'm saying the opposite. That we promise to deal with the obviously evil Lady Wagner. I can't
Doctor.
remember.
Voctor.
Doctor? Doctor?
Doctor.
Yes. In exchange for a cessation of hostilities towards Irina's
Oh,
family.
you're suggesting we bargain with the Burgomeister.
Yes. You know, the
Interesting.
devil you don't know over the one we do know.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah, there you go.
I was going to ask if Erwin was nearby, if we could consult with him.
Yeah, he's sitting at the bar, but otherwise
Okay.
just working like normal.
You guys workshop this. I'll be right back. And so I'm gonna go talk to Erwin, but if you guys want to talk about something else, go for it.
I'm always ready to go. So I'll take your guys' cue. I'm new. Your friend. So I'm here to help as Erwin is instructed.
I'm not great at political intrigue. Sneaking into someone's house and stealing something, I can do that.
Oh,
I'm
got
happy to talk
political intrigue.
for you guys if that's what you want, if I know what your desires and wants are.
I'd like to ask Erwin what he thinks about the idea of trying to pit the Burgomeister against Lady Wagner, and whether he thinks that would be, if he thinks the Burgomeister would go for that.
Not sure because,
Oop.
as you guys have probably noted, exactly,
Every other
especially
word.
with his
You're cutting out quite a bit.
Every other word.
not again. Hold on.
Just don't be sick, God.
Just speak into our minds already, Jesus.
Someday.
Do I have any spells left?
It would be a tough choice to have the Bastion announcer as my inner monologue or Hef doing it all day.
Pef doing it normally, or Pef doing it as Theodosius, or a combination?
Hef's just changing up the voices as he does in game.
Just as it goes.
Yeah. Probably
Full
better,
Pef.
huh? Full Pef.
There's a bit more range there, I think.
Right, bigger bang for your buck. Because he can probably pull
Yeah.
off Bastion for at least a while.
Wait, Sebastian? What are you
No.
talking about?
No, the Bastion announcer.
Then,
Oh, gotcha.
yeah.
I was like, shut up. I don't know. Anyway, good times. The posters you guys all saw before about the whole "all will be well" thing. First, you were here.
Yes.
He doesn't really have a strong grasp on reality in terms of like what's actually going on in town, so he may not even be aware that Voctor is trying to, go for his job.
Yeah. What if we were to explain that to him?
And my wife is making fun of me. Are you talking about real?
Oh, you're cutting out again.
This is real life.
This is
A woman has been kidnapped.
a man wrongfully.
A man wrongfully
arrested.
imprisoned.
Yeah.
I mean, sounds like the news.
And werewolves that want to fight for what's
And
right.
werewolves.
And
Which is
Will
our right to
Ravens.
party.
Anyway.
They are the Beastie Boys.
Yeah, right. There's the party name.
Um,
So yeah, it's likely that he doesn't even see her as a threat because to him all will be well, regardless of what happens.
So you don't even think we could explain it to him? He'd probably just be like, whatever, I've got it.
You can attempt it, but the most likely thing that's going to happen is he'll just, dispatch Ezek to go take care of the problem because that's how he handles all of his problems.
Okay. Thank you for your counsel, and I go back to the group and kind of relay that. I talked with Erwin about the idea, and his concern is that the Burgomeister is just like he doesn't live on this plane. If you catch my meaning, Like I don't understand. Nobody understands what he thinks is actually happening, but it's not reality. And us explaining the threat to him, he might not even take remotely seriously. We can try it, but there's a damn good chance that he's not going to go for it. Maybe unless we were to provide some proof or something, but even then. And I gesture to one of the posters and say, he's gonna think all is well, right?
Okay, so as I see it, there's three options. We go and try to somehow bargain, or B, we kick down the door. C, I guess we could go try to make a deal with Lady Wagner. And maybe, I don't know, something to that effect.
Is there any chance of making a deal with Isaac? His guy he
The right-hand man.
uses? Yeah.
I will say the information you guys have on him so far is loyal to the Burgomeister, but you don't really know anything else about him other than he's his right hand man. So you don't know if this is the Burgomeister's orders or him acting on his own. What?
Mm-hmm.
So without that kind of motivation thing, it'd be hard to be pinned down.
What I can do is
kidnapping is very serious, so it's kind of scary and from outside point of view.
it's kind of scary. What?
From an outside point of view, like she's being kidnapped.
Oh yeah, like that's
I understand.
big shit.
You guys are tired, and 8 hours, even 4 hours of rest, a lot can happen.
Yeah.
What support do we expect him to have?
I mean, presumably
All
the
the
town
city
guard.
guards. Yeah.
I mean, you saw what
I'd
they were
say,
doing
yeah.
with Ismar.
Fair assumption.
I wish that we could go in, with every tool in our arsenal. But if someone is in trouble and their life is in danger, I think we need to be there.
I'm going to kind of close my eyes and start murmuring some words, and I'm going to cast my last level 3 to do ascending. And
Okay.
I'm going to try to reach out to Arena herself.
You are familiar with Arena, and she is on the same. Therefore, it goes through.
All right. I'm going to ask, where are you? Are you okay? How much time do we have to save you? Is this a trap?
Is sending mental, or do you have to actually speak the words?
You send a short message. The creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as a sender, and it can answer in a likewise manner. You send the message across any distance.
Okay, so I'll say it's mental in that case.
I think it is.
Just if she has to actually mouth the response or not. She says that she's okay. She's being kept in a room. The room is full of dolls that look just like her.
Huh.
Ooh.
You know where that's at? That's across the way.
She says that the guy with the big red right hand, Ezek, captured her and is not really being forthcoming with why he's keeping her. Just that he keeps saying that she's safe now. She's safe now, and won't let her out of the room, but otherwise hasn't harmed her.
Huh. Sounds like we could. Oh, I'm sorry.
I relay all of. I explain what just happened. I just spoke with her.
Night.
There's interference on the call.
Oh God! Again.
And you hear a very familiar, smooth, even,
God, get out of here,
Barovian accent voice
Get off the line.
of Strahd saying, "She's in Volaki. Thank you."
Oh, fudge.
Damn
And then he hangs up.
it!
Don't you ever call again.
At operators.
So
On the line.
she's here. She's safe. She's surrounded by dolls. I don't know if that's the Burgermeister's place or the doll maker's place.
You've seen that room. That's the toy maker.
You guys have seen a lot of dolls that look like Arena in the doll maker's place before. This is true.
Yeah. The Ezek has been assuring her she is safe and has been guarding her.
What she said is that he keeps saying she is safe, not saying to her that she's safe.
Oh, I see.
Like kind of as like a mantra or something.
Yeah. He keeps claiming she is safe. Strahd knows. Or rather, he knows now.
Well, I guess we go in fast.
Him fast and hard.
Right? Yeah. We don't really have a ton of time to talk about it, so go.
So to the dollhouse and skip the Burgermeister altogether?
I think it's worth at least checking the dollhouse.
Alright, that's N7.
Okay.
It's not far. Before we
Yeah,
leave,
nothing's terribly far.
Before we leave, I kind of want to grab Erwin again and find a place where we can talk.
Yeah, that's easy. He can take you up to the perch again if need be.
Okay. And explain to him what's going on. Basically, we think we know where Arena's at. She's either at the dollhouse or the Burgermeister's. Strahd knows. And we know Ismark has been kept against his will and has been falsified. Why he's being kept. He's in the stocks. And if we go to save Arena tonight, we need to make sure that both her and her brother are safe. Can you help us handle Ismark and provide us shelter, or at least some way to escape?
You get the eyebrow raise when you mention Strahd, and he's like, "Yeah, we can handle the Ismark part. Don't worry about that. We'll bust him out.
Okay.
Look for the girl. Take care of her, and bring her here. We can keep her. There's a couple hidden rooms here. Elsewise, we have a few safe locations outside of Valaki. Not many, but a few that we may look to."
I nod and say, "Thank you. We'll be back shortly."
Okay. Where are you going first then?
Do you guys
So
want to
the
check out
toy
the
house
toy
is-
shop?
Yeah, we
Closer.
should check it first, and then. If
All
that's
right.
not it.
It is after hours, I will remind you guys, because we've been getting into the evening now, so the toy shop is closed.
Yeah, that's not going to stop anyone.
Okay, just making sure you're aware.
Appreciate it.
How exactly are you handling this closure of the toy shop?
Is there anybody out on the street with us?
You saw a guard before you turned the corner to walk down the street, but otherwise it's after dark and it's in Barovia, so yeah, people are hiding.
Is the door? Does it have a lock, like mechanism? Or is it barred?
Yes.
Do I think it's barred? All right.
It looks like it's clearly locked.
Attempt to pick the lock.
Okay, you may do so.
Are there any,
Guidance.
while he's doing that, are there any lights or anything coming from any of the windows?
No, it looks rather dark.
Okay.
Guidance.
What?
He would like
Nothing,
your
don't worry about
assistance.
Don't worry about it.
A 15 is actually enough
Okay.
to hit it.
I was saying guidance,
Okay.
but it was. Okay.
Actually, I think
uh,
the DC was
roll it.
actually a 12, so you're good. Yep, you click it, unlocks. It's just like a padlock on the outside.
Okay. Does it open very easily? Is like the creak?
Yeah, the door will creak a little bit, but otherwise it's not too bad.
I don't think I brought any oil. Oh well. Does it look like the golem will fit through the door?
No. He could squeeze.
Mm.
Or
That's gonna be loud.
Yeah, that'll be loud.
Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'll just
Also loud.
I'll instruct him to wait at the door and only defend himself if attacked.
Okay. He sees that you guys are in sneaky mode, so he crouches down and puts his hands up in front of his glowing eyes.
I ask getting real quick. Can he communicate to you?
I don't think so.
Actually, there might be an alarm thing on this. Let me check.
That would be great.
Well, it might be worth trying. We may not be able to rely on it, but maybe you can also ask him that if he's.
No, you cannot.
You
But-
can
It
try
can't
will
speak,
not
but it
work.
understands commands in any language. But in any language, it just can't speak.
Okay.
Okay. Never.
Does this place has like a glass window in the front, right?
It does, yes.
Okay. If it ends up having to defend itself, first things first, smash the glass window.
Okay.
We'll hear it.
You enter the creepy toy maker's house. Well, it's not his house; it's his business. What light sources are you guys using?
I have dark vision.
I
God.
Also have dark vision.
Have I been hauling around that floating lantern that I threw?
I assume
Hold
it's
on.
with you. It's either in your bag or attached to your belt and trained to float on its own or something.
That's the thing I'm going to be using as like a.
Okay.
Do we want to before you like? Because I'm assuming we didn't use it on our way down here. So before you like activate it or anything, I want to ask you: Do we want to keep a low profile here, and not draw any attention from the outside?
The door creaked. Anybody who's here heard us
I'm
already.
more concerned about people outside seeing us.
That's true. All
Lights
right.
moving in here.
Then I'll turn on the lights if we need it.
Same. Or actually, I guess. Actually, you have it like, covered, right? So you can.
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
I've just got it. I've
point
been
it.
using it as like a little thief's lantern.
Okay.
What little light that it does cast causes the shadows in here to kind of dance in odd ways. The various kind of like macabre toys that are around are so spooky in this type of light. You're kind of wending your way through the shelves, working your way towards the wall with the with all the dolls on it. A monkey, a little toy monkey with cymbals that's on wheels, just rolls across the front of the aisle, like clapping its cymbals together. It gets to the dead center of the aisle and turns its head and looks at you. And then keeps rolling, clapping its things, and disappears off into the shadows.
Not creepy at all.
Okay.
If I see that thing again, I'm fucking burning this place down.
We're not great for the economy.
Maybe not.
Just past this aisle is the wall of arena dolls. There doesn't appear to be any room here. There's no, tied up prisoner or anything. It's just a wall of dolls and a darkened toy shop full of creepy curios.
I'd like to try to search around to see if there's any like hidden doorways or like trapdoors or cellars or anything that's not obvious.
Yes, investigation, please.
I'm going to use guidance on this as well.
Very well. Sorry if I didn't catch that cough.
13.
I haven't
Got
heard
it.
your cough like at all.
Okay, good. I've been trying to.
And actually, I did hear you at the very beginning of the session.
All right, a 13. There is nothing here that appears to be suspect or hidden or trapdoors or anything along this wall.
Uh,
Is it safe to say we're all looking and we can all roll?
Yeah, that's fair if you guys want to.
I don't know why it rolled
I was-
twice.
I was thinking I would provide. All right, let me just roll.
I can provide guidance
No, I
generally
was
to
thinking I'd
everybody.
give an
So you can
advantage
get a
to some.
D4 on everything.
What are y'all
Just
looking
first.
for?
Hey,
Trying
we're
to-
looking for something suspicious about this wall of arena dolls, like something that might open a trap door or a false wall.
I don't know. Dolls are kind of creeping me out, but I'm gonna look into them, examine them.
There, while you guys are investigating, there's a crash from the opposite side of the shop. It's not the
Shit.
window. It's just a crash.
I guess I'm headed there.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
Somebody
Scoop on the
please
case.
go tell me what it is.
Dun 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 dun.
Jeez.
Dun 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 dun.
There's some straight up. Shaky.
Skirt hanging from a gallows, like a toy gallows, is
Jesus
a
Christ.
goblin paladin effigy holding a shield and a sword, and the blade of the sword's been painted like a bright yellow.
Shit. How big is it?
How what?
How big is it?
Sorry. It is it's not very big. It fit on a desktop. Maybe the size of like G.I. Joe's.
Perfect. In the pack, please.
You grabbed your rules. Oh, of course you did.
That is,
Otherwise, that appears to be, as far as you can tell, that where the crash came from.
oh, fine.
Investigations come up with nothing else. This appears to just be a wall, like a wall with a shelf on it full of dolls.
I'll investigate the area that I'm in that this crash just randomly happened.
Okay, you find a goblin paladin holding a goblin paladin.
Inception.
So
Yeah,
total-
pretty much. Nothing else seems to be okay. There's like monkey paws and all sorts of creepy stuff in it. Otherwise, that's normal. It seems to be normal.
I don't think she's here.
Are there any doorways that we haven't opened?
There is one doorway that looks like it goes into like a back office area.
Oh, we tried that shit.
Door's not locked. There's a if you look in here, there's a simple desk. Looks like it has a big book on laying out on top of it. There's a lantern that isn't lit, and a few looks like toys in progress. Like a toy smith is working on them, kind of scattered bits and tools and stuff. So dolls missing pieces that clearly are like being reattached, things like that.
I'd like to try to glance through the book real quick to see if I can see anything.
Okay. It's very
Next.
clearly, very clearly a business ledger.
Okay.
Receipts, and such.
Has anybody been buying arena?
Yes, people have been. Person has been buying arena dolls.
Let me guess.
Right?
Ezek.
Do we know where Ezek lives?
He's been seemingly living out of the Burgomeister, right? Like,
That's the kind of the gist that you got from the guards.
Sounds like that's our next destination.
Are there any prices on these things?
On the dolls?
Yeah.
No, there's not written out anywhere that you can read. In the ledger, there would be.
Why? It's fair. That's fair. You know what? That I don't trust it. So let's leave two gold pieces.
How much do
on
you
the
think
counter.
you're worth? Skirp?
2 gold pieces seems fair.
Okay, you just leaving them on the counter.
Yes.
All right, that's fair.
I'll leave it where the gallows were.
That works.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, that's so we're going to the Burgermeister's house.
Yeah,
Yep, I think so.
All right.
Do we spend the time to relock the door the best that we can?
Yeah, I think so, especially now that there's gold.
I'm assuming there's a. Yeah, no, that's gonna. Okay, I've never reverse picked a lock before.
You know how you close a lock? You close the lock.
I was gonna say, but I mean, it might be one of those ones you have to lock with a key. You said it was a deadbolt, wasn't it?
No, it's like a padlock.
Oh,
In this case, you can totally just go clink and it just locks.
never mind. Darn, I wanted to do it the other way.
A different time. I'll give you the opportunity. I'll give you a Houdini death trap or something. I mean, all right. So you guys are going to go to the Burgomeisters, yes?
Coming to the back of Monsters.
Yes, please.
All right. The Burgomeister's house. There is a single guard posted outside.
All right, so are we just gonna go in swords blazing, or are
We can
we?
try to be political, right? It's not too
Or
late.
sneaky.
Bless you.
We can also try sneaky.
But all I have left in me right now, in my sweet goblin heart, is pure unadulterated violence. So
Okay, well, we may need that.
I'm too tired to be
But-
nice. Is that what you're
that's
saying?
that's about where I'm at.
I'm going to leave this up to Tally, and let's take our new friend's opinion into account. I'm okay with either way.
I know that I'm gonna be no help in this situation. So I'm gonna stand back away from the group, and just give me like the hand sign, like if you need me to come in.
Well, my concern is if we go in blazing, we have the entire city guard to deal with before
We can
we
take
even,
'em.
before we even get to our destination. So if we can at least get as far in as possible, before we have to do the guards.
Yeah. If we need to find Arena. August, your animal friends, is this something that they can help us with? Locating her within this house?
Oh. Yeah, if you could give me a general. I used to be pretty
It
good.
doesn't
at
hurt to
second
ask.
story.
I'll ask if any rats. I look around to see if there's any rats and see if any live in this house.
All right. Just on the cursory look, there aren't any in the immediate area.
Can you describe the house real quick? Like how many stories is it?
Sure, I can
Um,
absolutely do that.
Are there any outdoor windows that are open?
I'll
That's right.
I'll be right back, and I'll Pokeball back into my Raven and look for a rat above.
You can just nab it out of
A rat on the roof.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
roof rats.
Roof rats.
This 3-story house mansion has walls of plastered stone that display many scars where the plaster has fallen away from age and neglect. Drapes appear to cover every window, including a large arched opening above the mansion's double entrance doors.
Okay, so it's 3 stories. Windows at all?
Yes. Many windows. On the first floor alone, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 windows. 1 facing out the direction you guys are, 4 on one side, 2 on another, and 1 in the back. And it's about the same. On the second floor, there are 2 less windows. On the third floor, very up high, it looks like there are 3 windows. 2 in the front,
Are-
1 in the back.
Any of them obviously opened? Oh wait,
No.
I can't see.
Any lights shining through any of the windows?
Yes, many windows do have light in them, both first and second. The third floor lights those do not appear to be lit at all.
Okay.
if our new bird friend could check each window, at least glance inside, and see if he sees,
Yeah.
a bunch
When
of
when I'm flying around the house, I look through the windows and look on the ground for any wildlife, any animals that may discuss the contents of the house.
Okay. It looks like most of the rooms actually don't have anybody in them. However, eventually on the second floor. Where are you? Second floor.
My passive perception.
You eventually on the back side. No, the what I'll call the south side of the house has the most windows on it. You see through one of them a massive man. He's looks like he's sleeping in a chair right next to a door. And he has his arms crossed in front of him, and one of the arms is this big demonic-looking right clawed-looking hand.
Yeah. I guess I don't need an animal.
Do you want to check the third floor?
Yeah, I'll check I'll take a recon of all the windows that I can.
All right.
See.
You
Drapes.
also have like dark vision, right?
Drapes are drawn on most of them,
Oh.
which is the biggest hindrance here. However, on the third floor, you can just make out on the front side of the house some kind of no, this is the back side of the house. My apologies. An open, like a massive open room that's full of cobwebs. There's just a little bit of light leaking into it from somewhere. You can't quite tell where.
And all the windows are closed, I assume.
Yes.
I will return to my patriots and let them know what I have discovered.
All right.
So
And with the passing of the information, we have to call.
Sorry, what'd you say?
We're gonna have to call it there for tonight.
Oh, okay.
I'm just about at
okay.
the limit for my throat tonight, honestly.
Understandable.
That's fine.
So
Yeah.
Understandable.
Oh, I'm ready for this though.
Oh man, I wish we'd gotten to sleep, but we made a mistake. An
Yeah.
unforced error.
We made a
I
mistake.
am out of paladin resources and out of spells.
By telling Strahd where Irina is. We
Eh,
made a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, unforeseeable.
that was
Although-
Could have slept the
16
night if we.
of Streaming with Strahd, and we will be back next month. I don't have the exact date. Just tune in the future to get the next date. I'll let you guys know. We usually discuss it after stream. I hope you guys had a blast. We didn't do much combat today. We got a new character introduced. We did things. We are definitely going to have a lot of action-packed next game due to the fact of where we are leaving off right now. So that should be fun. Don't forget to tune in. If you're behind or missed an episode or ever just need recaps, the start of every episode has the last episode's recap. So you could just literally watch the first 20 minutes or so of every episode and get recaps and know what's going on. So you guys have an amazing day. I'm going to find you a host. And we will be live tomorrow morning about 8 a.m.-ish, give or take. So yeah, you guys be awesome. I'm going to send you guys over to the one and only Huddy GTV. That's what we'll do. Show him some love. You guys have a great day. And I will see you tomorrow morning. Later.